What up, friends? Welcome in. Oh my God, it's a break. Break. Thank you for the 34 months, friend. Oh my God. Bubblegum, thank you for the 10 months. Appreciate you. Rastin, thank you for the prime. I just saw your follow, dude. Appreciate you. How we doing, friends? Good to see you all. I told you that I owed you a Guess the Ghost day, so I am paying for that today. We're gonna do Guess the Ghost. There's definitely a possibility. There's definitely a possibility of us being joined by Mr. Doc at some point, maybe. Per the usual, we always ask each other last second, but he's trying to fix a bunch of stuff. So if he does, we might be joined. If not, we're gonna do our Guess the Ghost thing. We'll probably still do it. Even if we do join up, I'll probably still try to do Guess the Ghost. We'll just do it really, really fast as we try to move. I think that's our plan. Having mic issues, it's never fun, man. Never fun. Rat Kid, how are you? What's up, Phantom? Devil, good to see you. Zane. Miss Amy. Rastin, thanks again, dude. Appreciate you. Abracadabra. Thank you for the 16 months. Fancy, thank you for the 13 months. What's up, King? A lot of first-time chatters today. Welcome in, friends. Good to have you. Hello, hello. Anybody just tuning in, if this is your first time seeing me live, hold on, wait. Yeah, it's fine. If this is your first time seeing me live, I start every single stream with 3 minutes of ads. The reason we do that is because it's my starting soon screen. You're not missing anything. And we get no ads for the rest of the hour. For anybody that's not subbed and doesn't have turbo, I do it that way every stream. So that way we at least have a straight hour where you can just join in and just pop right into the stream without having to worry about watching anything. So that's usually our goal. Raindrop, thank you for the 3 months. Ghost, hello. Highland Walrus, thank you for the 27 months. Oh my God. Yeah. Follow the YouTube channel for the past few months. Well, I appreciate it, dude. I appreciate you watching the videos. Thank you. Also, I updated the news command for anybody that's new to Phasmo, or if maybe you haven't heard about the news with all the update stuff that's going to be coming in July, a little bit like later July, ! News, that will lead you to my video. So the video of me going through everything, and not to mention, not just the blog post that they did, but also extra information that you can't get there. So we talk about different things that are going to be changing with like the maps getting restricted map versions like prison and high school and stuff, and a bunch of extra information. Yeah. So if you want to watch it, it's there. It is there. First stream. Welcome in, dude. Good to see you. Good to have you. And 18 months. Does that mean 2 kids? I mean, is it 2 kids or is it just 1 kid? One old child. I don't know. It's hard to say. Little Big Sis, thank you for the 17. Thank you for all the resubs, guys. Holy shit. Poison, Becca, thank you. Wraith. What's up, Eli? Or Ellie. I'm sorry. I'm not which one. I'm not sure which one. Mr. Cruz, hello. Inspired you to play Outbreak. Do you like? Oh, you're about to go play. Have you played yet? Oh, we'll definitely play that again soon. I haven't been playing it as much. I haven't had as much extra time to do extra games. Not the past like couple weeks. So I will get back into it though. Yeah, Outbreak is a fun one for sure. Restricted of high school and prison. Yep. Love the Chameleon game. It's so good. It is so funny. I do have to say, I loved the last time we played with Dahlia and friends. Maybe a little much for me. There was a lot of people. I think that's what it was. There was just too much. There was too much for me. I still had a blast though. It was still so fun. Trying out the different new maps and things like that. So we'll see how it goes, man. Joe, thank you for the biddies. Ghost guessing today. Yeah. Yep. Ghost guessing today. And if you guys win the ghost guessing today, you will get that. I will send you a link so that you can get yourself a Guess the Ghost Champion sticker, and you will get the official role in my Discord. Is it true that they're doing Point Hope restricted as well? Yes, it is. So you know how like we always want to play Point Hope, but we don't because we know the ghost 87% of the time is above. Please tell me your shirt says what I think it says. Freaking bats. I love freaking bats. Yeah. Yeah. Now there's going to be a Point Hope version that is the bottom half of the map only. You can't get any higher. Yeah. Is the Phasmo a good game to get? Is Phasmo a good game to get? I would say at the current state, it's hard for me to answer that question. The reason I say it's hard to answer that question is because there's a lot of things that need fixed right now, but they know and they're working on it. It's just a matter of it getting fixed. If you want to play it in its current state, you can. Like, I know for other people, it is almost broken. For me, it has not been like broken for me yet. So yes, there's bugs. Yes, there's some annoying things. I would agree 1,000,000% with everybody that's giving the critique, but I've been able to play with just like a couple annoying things here or there. So we've adapted to it. It's been fine. Can't wait for the fixes. July 21st, they are going to be releasing the first massive patch that's going to have tons of fixes and also the reworked Willow Street. I have played the other side. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We've played that. We'll play that again soon, too, for sure. Yeah, there's lots of games, man. Lots. Nocturne, thank you for the gifted to Super. And Shell, my Twitch sub can drink in the US. Let's go. Way too scary. Oh, you'll be fine. Take a crack at it later. Definitely let us know what you think. Yeah. We know the devs. We're friends with them. We're friends with other content creators, other people that love to play that game. Yeah. Is it worth getting? Oh, yeah. 100%. Honestly, my personal opinion, I would say all these games are worth getting if you want to try them. If you want to try it, I would say they're absolutely worth it. Yeah, other side, they're doing a really great job updating the game, adding new stuff, they're polishing it as they go. Yeah, they're doing a really great job too. How will the restricted Point Hope work with the cursed possessions that are at the top? That I don't know. That's a great question. I can only assume that means that on the restricted version that they will have set locations on the bottom half. So they'll just take anything that's I'm guessing. I don't know for sure. Maybe anything above the bathroom. So like the music box, the voodoo doll, and the monkey paw, and probably just place it in other rooms. That's my guess. Yeah. I'm reading that Phasmophobia is on sale right now on Steam. Oh, 30% off. Is it really? Am I excited for the update? I can't wait. July 21st can't get here soon enough, dude. Yeah. Hey, Dragon, we're doing Guess the Ghost today. We will do a test run of it so you guys understand how it works with me on the stream. It is a point system. It is not just a willy-nilly guess that you throw out there. The guessing is literally open for my entire investigation, so you have the ability to guess at any time. Anytime you think, I know what this is, you guess. And then depending how early you guessed, if you got it correct, that's how many points you'll get. Yeah. We do it once a month. Once a month. I was disappointed when the nun on the other side wasn't a feature, but only the oh my God, dude. I really was convinced. I was convinced for a little while there that was just part of the map and there's just something there to scare you until it was foiled when I went and looked at the cameras. I'm like, oh, she's literally in the game. That son of a bitch. Oh, she got me good though. She got me good. I almost jumped out of my chair. Was the Oswong guess fixed? It should be. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we fixed it. I think we fixed it during stream. I think so. Do anything special when you hit 300K on YouTube? Oh, I don't know. We'll worry about that, I guess, when we get a little bit closer. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Reborn, welcome in. How are you? Smoky Bones, thank you for the 4 months, dude. Ay, caramba. And we're getting near the freaking monthly, which when we hit this, we're going to plan a Metro Chameleon community day. Yeah. How do you enter the guests? I got you. We're going to get over to Phasmo, and once we get in there, we'll do a little practice run, and we'll go through it. We'll do all the things. Waffle, think of the 18 months. Waffles are better than pancakes. I don't care what anybody says. You will never convince me otherwise. Siren, thank you for the 16 months. Welcome back, friendo. Yeah, anybody, if you've missed any of the news that has come out from Phasmo in the past little while, and you didn't know that they've already planned, like, update. Oh, God, is it frozen right now? Wait, hold on. Oh, I think did I turn the volume down? I did. Okay, I thought it was broken. We're fine. It was user error. exclamation point news, and you can get my video that talks about all of the stuff that's coming. All of it. Absolutely better. Yeah, butter pockets. 100%. I wish the devs would hop in random games to mess with random lobbies more often, honestly. Are you talking about the other side, Ribs? Interesting. Interesting. Juju, thank you for the biddies. Song and I'll get to bother you to play a game because I'm going to play it with him probably next week. The game he's always bugging you about also. Oh, excited for you. So we're going to save it for tomorrow, Juju. Because she has like a thing that she's going to, a party she's going to. We're going to do it tomorrow. It'll probably be the first thing we do on stream. My daughter has, she was not feeling well when my children got to pie me in the face. So I told her that she would get the opportunity to do so as well because it wouldn't be very fair to her. So that's probably going to be the first thing we do tomorrow is she's going to pie me in the face. So there's that. Hi, Lizzie. Good to see you. Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow it is. Yeah. They're off to go do their things, so we'll do it tomorrow. Oh, Poison, thank you for the biddies. Thank you so much. Courtney, thank you. Did you ever wind up doing the egg roulette so I missed it? No. That was also, again, just more IOUs. No, the egg roulette still needs to happen too. If I can make that happen, we do have eggs now. If I can make that happen tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow as well. Just two birds. Yep. Oh God, I'm opening stuff I don't want to open. Oh God. I get to go camping with the fam. Nice. Boyfriend, daughter, and I have been watching you for a while on YouTube, but now live for the first time. Reborn, welcome in. I'm playing games, watching the stream. Let's go. All right, let's do some practice, shall we? For those that don't know, if you've never done Guess the Ghost with us before, we're going to do a little practice so we can understand how it works, what we do, how you guess, all the things. Okay? X-Man, thank you for the 4 months, man. So, again, my Guess the Ghost system, the way that we do this, it is a point-based system. Meaning, if you guess the ghost correctly, the earlier the guess, the more points you get. Yeah. Sus! It's a poltergeist. Wait a minute. No, it is not. Welcome in, friend. You already subbed before your first time. What the hell? I'm guessing it's a scary ghost. Nah, no scary ghost here. No scary ghost here. So, what we're going to do, let's go over to this real quick, just so we can see. Now, the way that it works is whenever I get into the truck, when I enter the truck, guessing will begin. Guessing will last literally until I leave. You have all the way until I'm about to hit the button in the truck. It's a jackal. Hit the button in the truck to guess. You may guess randomly at first if you want to and just throw 100% guess, or you can wait until we get some evidence and then you can get a more educated guess and a better chance of actually getting points. At the end of the day, the person who has the most amount of points is the winner. And if you are the winner, you get sent the Guess the Ghost Champion sticker and you get the special role inside of Discord. Okay? You cannot change your guess. Absolutely not. Nope. The second that you enter your guess, you are locked in for the rest of the match. So if you guess early, well, that's the guess. The reason I do that is because I don't want someone changing their guess 1,500 times to make sure they get it right. If you want to guess, you are more than welcome to, but you're taking a chance. So let's do a quick little test just so people can understand how it works. All right. So guessing is open. If you want to guess a random ghost, just do exclamation point guess with nothing else. That will give you a 100% random ghost out of all the ghosts. If you want to do a particular one, just do exclamation point guess space whatever the ghost is. Right. Oni, Phantom. I mean, the list goes on and on. You can pull up a list if you're not sure of the names, but they're all right there. Oh yeah, you can't see them on my screen right now, but you know what I mean. Can I guess you? No. Maybe. I'll add me later. That's fine. Oh, Reborn, thank you for the 3 months. But yeah, so we would basically, this would be happening for the entire round. You guys would just be guessing. Yeah. Yeah. Where's my drink? There we go. So, as you can see, on this screen at least, it tells us who's guessing what. It just gives us an idea of who's guessing what ghost. New to Faz, any tips? Nowhere to hide, don't die. Wait to see if it's a male or female. And guess what? I don't usually look at that right away. I let all the people get their random guesses, and then I look to see if it's a male or a female. Yeah. You should make a switch me flash to do random. Oh, that'd be kind of funny. I do like that. Does it matter when you guess? What do you mean, does it matter? Well, the ghost is going to continue being faster than you if it continues to see you. Yeah, but you just have to learn how to get your corners, not hold your boost, not hold your sprint down. Feather it. Do I crouch? Depends where you are. There's a lot of ifs, ands, buts. It's not just a simple, this is how you loop, you go around the counter, and then that's it. There's certain places you can crouch and lose line of sight. Like the Willow living room, you can't lose line of sight there. But you can get the ghost stuck on the table when it rounds that corner, so it gives you more time. No, we're not playing with viewers. Is there a difference when you guess like early or late? Yeah, the earlier you guess when it's correct, you get more points. Well, Link, you need to think of it like this. If I said yes to every single person that said, can I play with you? Do you think that I would have availability right now for you to join? If every single person that was like, can I play? I said yes. Do you think right now there would just be open slots to join? I'll answer for you. No. No, there would not be. But that's why we have viewer days. We have viewer days where anybody can join. Easy peasy. Guess early. You are welcome to guess whenever you feel like it. Whenever you feel, friend. So, whenever the guessing ends, whenever it's over, like we get into the truck and it's done, basically what we'll do is we will lock the guessing so that way nobody else can guess. Okay? The guessing is locked. Now, will it allow me to go ahead and pick from here? I do wonder. Hold, please. Let's try this. What if it's a spirit? Yeah, there we go. So 2 people guessed spirit. So if it was a spirit, 2 people. Well, according to that, it might be more than 2 people, actually. Yeah. Oh, I forgot my doc so that I can see how many people actually guessed it correctly. Whoops. All right, it'll happen on the next one. But what I can also do is I can pull up the leaderboard so that way we can see who did get it right. Okay, way more than 2. Never mind. So Break, Waj, Char, Uni. Wait, was this not reset from last time? I don't think I reset it from last time. I don't think that reset. It should have reset, but it definitely did not. Let's try to fix it real fast. All right, we'll reset it real quick. Do this. Let me check the leaderboard. Yeah, there we go. Now it's reset. There we go. There we go. Okay, now it should work fine. Let's do one more test just to be sure, because I want to make sure. We're going to make this one really fast. Okay? Okay. Just guess again real quick. We'll do it for like 30 seconds, and then I'll do the thing. I just want to make sure that the leaderboard actually is resetting, because for some reason it did not reset last time, and that was weird. That was strange. But yeah, exclamation point guess will give you a random ghost. Exclamation point guess space whatever ghost you want will give you that specific ghost. Basically, it's that easy. All right, I think that's good enough. So what we'll do is we'll lock it. So then it's locked up. That's ready to go. And then I go to resolve. We'll say this one was a phantom. Or not. Oh, is it? Are people still guessing? Wait. Or is it just still adding in? What the fuck? Oh, there we go. Oh, it's just super delayed. Okay, there we go. All right. Why is it freaking out? What is going on? Okay. Super late for the chat. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it did reset. Good deal. Reset the leaderboard. You won the test. GG's. All right, that was reset. So if I go to do this, let me see. Let's reset this. I'm just checking, making sure all this works, man, before we get too far into it. All right, groovy. All right, we're good. There was a lot of guesses. Yeah, and it wouldn't be like that if it was spread out through the whole match. Yeah. Do you think I should try playing intermediate instead of amateur? Why would you play intermediate instead of amateur? Hi, Mr. Wolfen. A little delayed. Registered my guess after 20 seconds. Okay. Yeah, whenever I open it up normally, there's going to be a lot of time in between, so it'd be totally okay. Yeah. Mr. Wolfen, how are you, sir? Good to see you. Oswald is indeed. Yeah, we fixed it last time we played. Yeah. I don't know. I'm low-key too scared to play normally. But if you're... Why would you play a harder difficulty if you're too scared? That doesn't make any sense. I like it more than... Well, this is a custom one, Wolfen. Yeah. Yeah, this is a custom one. What difficulty? For more money, then play pro. We might do maybe insanity with a cursed possession. Maybe that would be the way. That way it's not as easy of a guess. We don't do like pro or nightmare. Maybe that's the way. New to the game, that's why I'm watching you. Well, I know you want more money and more XP, but I think you should try to... You should get better at the game so that you can earn more money. Because if you're just worried about getting XP and money as fast as you possibly can, that's not about being amazing at the game. I play an intermediate with my friends. It's a 4 times. Forget the difficulty name. Oh, you do a custom. That's cool. Yeah, that's not a bad idea either. All right, let's do... No, I don't like to mess with this one. We'll mess with this one. We'll mess with this one. Guess the ghost. Guess the ghost. Wait, is this going to erase it? No, we're good. Okay. So if I do... No. Pro, we want to do an insanity, but we want to give ourselves a cursed possession because no cursed possession sucks. No cursed possession is dukes. Quality over quantity? Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. If you keep dying, you're not going to make more money in XP. You need to find a really good spot where you're surviving and getting the ghost right 80 to 90% of the time. Correct. Correct. If you don't know how to escape the ghost, it doesn't matter what difficulty you're on. You're not going to make money. The only difference is that if you're dying a lot on amateur, you're getting 50% of your money back. If you die on intermediate, you're getting 25% of your money back. If you're dying a lot on pro, you're losing everything. So best bet, if you want to mess with equipment and try to get better at the game, yeah, you're not making a lot of money on amateur, but you're getting better. And then when you feel better, then you go to intermediate. Then you just slowly increase as you get better. That's the intention of the difficulties getting harder. Yeah. Did I pop twice last time? I nearly fainted because of a jump scare. Oh no. Oh no. Alley Cat, thank you for the 43 months. Cyber, thank you for the 19. Hello. What ghost do you think is the easiest to escape or identify from the hunt? A Dio. My friend screams anytime the ghost events. Good. Dude, that's entertainment. That's pure entertainment. Someone screaming, especially if it's like a muffled scream. Oh my God. There's so much joy to be had. So much joy. Just wait until they mess with the audio and they fix the audio where now when you hear someone scream, you'll be able to hear the sound reverberate through hallways and stuff. Oh, can't wait. Why a Dio? Because a Dio will, yes, as long as you're not cornering yourself, a Dio runs at the player really fast, but then within 3 meters, it goes into a really slow walk and you can literally just walk around the ghost. Yeah, if you have a smudge with you and you die to a Dio, I can't help you. I can't help you. Millsy, what's up, homie? Hey, Cap, good to see you. It's the slowest ghost when it's close, right? Correct. Yeah, whenever the ghost within 3 meters, it's extraordinarily slow. What's up, Twizzy? Good to see you. Leprechaun, hello. Howdy, partner. What's up, Dazed? How are you? All right, so we're going to do this thing. We're doing Guess the Ghost. Now, if you jump in late, don't stress it. Just because you jump in late doesn't mean that you can't win the entire thing, okay? We are doing Guess the Ghost. Every round you'll have the opportunity to guess. We'll explain it as we go. If you do exclamation point GTG, it will also explain it. And I'll probably pick maps myself. We'll probably just go around. I'll just pick random maps. We're doing insanity difficulty, but I give myself a cursed possession. You guys have from whenever I go into the truck to when I'm leaving. As soon as I'm leaving, we lock the guessing. That's it. You have that entire round to guess the ghost. If you want to guess the ghost, the second we get into the truck and you want to do a random guess, you're welcome to, but you have zero information to know what it is. If you wait a bit and get some info, you might figure it out. And if you figure it out before I do, then you can just guess the ghost and just lock it in. You know what I mean? What's up, Psycho? How are you? Matthew, what's up, homie? Habitual Van Princess. When we have a Dio, I go into help the perfect. Dios are amazing. Oh, for sure. Yeah, all right. Yeah. It's so scary when you get a Revy and suddenly sees you. Yeah, but when you hear it's a Revy and it's a little far away from you, it's nice because you just know that it's a Revy. Yeah, Gamer Boy, hello, how are you? All right, let's do the things, man. We're not going to start a tangle. Let's do our Willow Street, and then maybe I'll hop around a bit. Maybe we'll do some large, some small, and go from there. Whenever I get into the truck, we will open the guessing, and then at that point, you guys are free to go. All right, let's go. Let's do the things.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating.
Opinion on a new game? I haven't seen any gameplay. I can't give my opinion on it because I haven't seen any gameplay. Have they released any? I don't think they have. All right, guessing is open. Feel free to let it rip. Feel free. We can see right here what people are guessing right now. If you want to wait and you want to get some more information, that's my suggestion always when we're doing this is literally wait until we at least get something. You know what I mean? But yeah, we'll let people guess. We'll let them get their things done and then we'll go in. I'll give you guys like, when I get into the truck, what I'll do, I'll give you guys like 60 seconds to get your early guesses and then we'll move on. At least get the first evidence, right? Because all we have to do is get one piece of evidence and that knocks out so many ghosts. If I get dots, if you guessed any of those ghosts, you're like, well, damn it. You have a way higher chance if you wait until we at least get the one. Just my opinion. What's the ghost? How the hell would I know? I just got into the truck. What? YOLO guessing while at work? That's fine. Listen, it happens. People YOLO guess and they get the max amount of points because they get it right. Yeah. So yeah. Insanity is one piece. That is correct, Amanda. Yeah. What tier is best for dots? Whichever one you like the most. I would try all three. But if you're only level 15, you haven't even tried the tier 3 yet. So it's hard to say. I would wait till you get all three and then decide which one you like the most. It's way more interesting if you guess immediately. That's fine. You do you, boo-boo. All right, 60 seconds is up. We are going in. They released a gameplay trailer. Did they actually release a gameplay trailer? Or was it a trailer that was, I don't know, how do I word this? More cinematic. Walk over to the board real quick so I can see the name. I got you. Whoa. Hey, anybody guess one of these goes by chance? It was a showcase trailer for the rework. The rework? Wait, what do you mean rework? Is it not a new game? I'm really confused. The leader chooses the next map? Oh, maybe. We can maybe do that. Forget the name map rework? I'm so confused. Wait, are we talking about the guess, whatever that other ghost game is? Are we talking about Phasmo? I'm so confused. I think there was multiple conversations I was trying to balance at the same time. I think that was the problem. Willow. Oh, okay. Yeah. I showed the footage. If you do exclamation point news, you can go through that video. You skim. We go through the footage that we were provided. The Kinetic partners were provided. Yeah. They released a gameplay trailer. Okay. Did they? Let's see. Give me a sec. I want to see if it's what I've already seen. Thank you, Matthew. It should be pinned over there too. Let's see. said that they did a gameplay trailer. Let's see if it's a gameplay trailer. Oh, that was released on June 23rd. Let's see. Your voice is the key and the trigger. Let's see. Let's see. I know you guys can't see what I'm looking at right now. Okay, there's somebody standing there just looking around. Okay. That's definitely not gameplay. Well, I mean, if it is, they're not really watching gameplay. I don't see a gameplay trailer here. Are you talking about the one that was released on June 25th? Hey, Brennan, just got back from baseball. How's the stream? Good, man. We just started. Just started. That's not a gameplay trailer. Maybe I'm confused. We'll figure it out later. How about that? All right, let's go. Let's go. So, name is Luke. It can't be a Banshee. It can't be a Dian. It's kind of the same with me. Samesies. Hi, Kev. Same. Doom, thank you for the 3 months. Thank you guys for the follows. Welcome in. What's up, BC? Good to see you. If you guys are confused about Guess the Ghost, if you do !GTG, it will give you the information. What do you mean TMI? They said it. Hello. What's up, Kev? All right. Hey, the juice is loose. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Any bones around here? Yeah. Really, with Guess the Ghost, I usually don't go for perfect games. We usually go for the ghost and the objectives. That's usually what I aim for. Thank you, Lizard. Ghosty. The video where they show the maps and so on. Someone walking around with a spirit box. Are you talking about the video where it shows somebody getting pulled like by a monster at the end of the video? I don't know if I'd call that a gameplay trailer. Are you in the basement? Oh. Oh. All right. Odds are yes. It's Willow. Of course it is. I know, Tika. I know. I guess I just get high hopes that it won't be. It looks cool. Yeah, it looks cool, but it's not gameplay though. Like, I don't look at that and say like that's a gameplay trailer. But I know what you mean. I need more information than that to really give a good criticism or like intrigue. What could you be? Okay. Let's do the things. All right. I'm going to go get Dot's writing book and a video camera. We'll check that way. Because we love the mannequins. Oh, in the basement? Yeah, they're fine. I'll tell you, the Bleasdale mannequin is one that I have only seen ever move maybe twice. Ever since they introduced Bleasdale, you have to get a ghost that is inside of that room to get it to move, first of all. That automatically makes it harder. I gotta remember that my sanity's lower. The trailer's got you hooked? Let's go. Oh yeah. I leave my flashlight on the door, I leave my flashlight at the door because I like to use it to walk back through the map. I don't have to, but I just do. I usually don't do that. But I definitely do not take it back to the truck because it's useless to take it back to the truck. So what I do is I drop it here because I don't need it to walk that far, and I can now bring 3 items back instead of only 2. Ay, caramba. Well, friends, what do you think it is? Holy night. Oh, Okay. Well, I have thoughts. I have stuff and I have things. I think it needs cardio. Yes, when I'm playing Insanity, your sanity starts at 75 when you're playing Insanity, which is the preset that we are doing right now. You know what? I'm going to bring this, this, and this. That son of a bitch started on the stairs. Do you understand how rude that is? All right, well, we're bringing more stuff. God, good lord. I could take sanity, but I don't know if I actually want to. What's my objectives? Witness a ghost event and blow out a firelight. All right, let's do this. Let's bring this guy. I'm going to bring an extra smudge and another crucifix just in case. Just in case. When can a mare hunt in the dark? The mare can hunt in the dark with you at 60 sanity. It can hunt in the light at 40. No, I'm not going for perfect games. No. No. Blue Metallic Crow, thank you for the subs, dude. Do sodas happen in guessing ghost games? Oh god. I mean, I'll do one eventually. Yeah. What is happening? Oh my god, bro, that is like the third golden kappa I've seen in like a week. What the hell? Oh my god. All right, I've got a smudge. I've got a crucifix. We're gonna leave one here. I'm gonna go downstairs with a crucifix in my hand. You son of a bitch. Definitely have line of sight speed, that's for sure. Holy balls. So what have we noticed about the ghost, friends? What have we noticed? We have information. We have information. You noticed a weapon. Good, good. Go on. I noticed a weapon. That's good. That's good. That's good. Noticed it wants a hug. Good, good, good. Shout out to the poor voice actor that had to do all the wheezing. All right, listen, bucko. Started in the back of the hallway. What an a-hole. Dream, welcome in. Hello. We notice a difference in the hunt now. Link, I think you've asked that like 17 times and people have already responded many times. Sounds like me like a 1,000-meter race. It sounds like me walking upstairs. Oh, 19. I was counting. Thank you, Critter. See, Critter's a homie. Critter knows. Are you in the hallway now? Oh, I see breath. I see breath. Can you event on me? If you event on me, I'll smudge you. I want at least one evidence. I know, me too. Bless you, Chiefs. There we go. Are you in here now? I don't, dude, it's so hard to know. It started over here. Oh my God. Song, thank you for the gifted. I don't see my breath in here. I think it's in the hallway. Let's see. What evidence do we have? None. We don't have evidence. We ain't got no stinking evidence. Okay. But we're gonna try to get some. 'Tis our goal to help some peeps out who are trying to guess the ghosties. Hero, thank you for the biddies. Thank y'all for the hype train. The golden hype train. I think there's supposed to be like legendary ones that are coming soon too, or which are, I don't know what that means. Any door touches? Excited for the room under the stairs. Me too. I don't know what we're going to be able to do in there. Do I have time to get? Oh, it's about to be 90. Hold on. Cursed object is the music box. Do you know what the ghost is? No. Maybe. Or maybe I have an idea of what it is and I'm just not trying to be too vocal about it. I'll tell you this. I had immediate information off the first hunt that a lot of people were getting wrong. Yeah. Can Flash see messages from the YouTube chat? I don't know. Yeah, you can. Yeah, they show up on the screen. They show up over there. Oh, I don't have a smudge on me. Oh, whoa. Give me. Does he though? Does he? Okay, still a single bite. No writing. Check our temps. What a piece of crap. Want me to help people out? Hold on. Should be getting some more information there. I know we don't have our evidence yet. I know. Ghost is starting in the back of the hallway, man. Need my help with this week's challenge? What do you mean you need my help? You can watch my video on it. Can you change your ghost guest? No. Once you place your guess, you're locked in. Slenderman, thank you for the biddies. There was a steppy. Okay. Light switch just got turned on. Should be getting some information, friends. Some stuff and things have happened already. Eat the crucifix again, please. If you would not mind. Hard to catch the streams out there. Oh, then maybe this one? Yeah. I mean, that's why I started streaming on Sundays in the first place. Is it done? Let's do a little test. Hold on. was going to try for the spirit box, but obviously I could not do that. I felt my guess near the start, but I was waiting for more info. Yeah, the evidence has still not happened yet. Where are you? Are you here? Wait. Oh, no. Oh, no. I changed my push to talk. Hold on. Whoops. Oh, thanks a lot. Mecha chameleon. Mother fricker. Okay, let me fix this real fast. Sorry, I need to go to Logitech. I need to fix this. I changed my keybinds so that way people wouldn't be able to hear me in Mecha, but let me fix it. All right, let's see. Go to here, go to there. Check, check, check. There we go. Now it's fixed. Okay. So what is some information that we know? What do we know? Let's talk about it. I'm gonna go get more smudges though. I know what it is, but I got it wrong. Well, we know that it speeds up with line of sight. We know that it is not a normal speed ghost. For sure. Resonating Kitty, thank you for the 9 months. It does have the zoomies. Yep. Yep. I think I got it wrong. It was a random guess. We know, in fact, it is a ghost. Maybe. Hearsay. Ooh. Being a bit of a turd. My little ghosty. She's still a turd. What did I do with the spirit box? Is that down here or upstairs? That's upstairs, right? Yeah, yeah. The alleged ghost has not snapped Flash's neck. No, not yet. No, it allows us to live another day. Fast characters have such long thumbs. Hey. They don't judge your thumbs. Any bites? Any nom-noms? Gotta be honest, that kind of took 15,000 years. We just saw our dots. And we know we saw it in person. What round is this? First round. We know that the speed is not normal. For sure. Not a normal speed ghost. But it also sounded slow at one point. Right? And the speed is changing. It's sped up with line of sight. Definitely not a Dio. We would have known that. Which leaves you with a Raiju, Obamba, or an Oswong. Now, without line of sight and near electronics, I'm fairly certain that this ghosty was slow. Fairly certain. That leaves you with an Obambo and an Oswong. Why is it all of a sudden not hunting, though? Hey, what's up, Lodge? The Oswong does speed up quickly. That's a feature of that ghost, is that it will get line of sight speed twice as fast as other ghosts. There you go. Damn, dude. Why don't you wait till next Christmas to do that? Holy night. Hiding spot test? Well, I don't think... Well, the amount of hiding spots I probably have are very limited. Probably very limited. Yeah, so... information wise, when we're talking about the Aswang and we're talking about, what do we say we're between? The Aswang or the Obambo, anyway. Let's see here. Never panic guess again. You never know, though. Oh, no. The servers might be down. Whoops. I don't think there's orbs for the Mimic. Well, we have dots. You wouldn't get orbs. On a one evidence run, if you have dots, it's impossible. Yeah, now, if our Ghosty did hunt early, if our Ghosty hunted early, then that puts us in a pickle because an Aswang hunts at 50. The Obambo can hunt early. Love to see ghost orbs and dots because it feels like I got two evidence in one. How's your sanity? I'm playing on insanity. I wouldn't know. No clue. All right. Now, the reason it might not be hunting might be because of this. This is a really tricky ghost. It was just a matter of the timing. The timing of the ghost, I think, you know what? Let's expedite. Are you gonna do it? Oh, did it just happen right there? Oh, did I just hear it? I think I just heard it. I swear to God at the end of that hunt, I swear Halogen, did you hear it too? I swear I did. If I did, I started the timer at the right time. I've got a timer going. I think so. So when the next time it hunts here, we'll get an idea. Pokolist, thank you for the subs. What I don't want to do is I don't want to be like, well, I know what it is and we're just going to leave and then that's that goes. We'll go to the next one. Like, I want you guys to be able to try to figure it out as well. Right at the end. What does the tier 2 smudge do? It slows down the ghost. Hey, what's up, Flock? Love Faz. Because of me. Because of little old me. Okay. Oh, this hunt's gonna end at a bad time. We're not gonna hear it right now. It's unfortunate. So the last hunt, it was slow. This hunt, it's fast. Picking up what I'm putting down? Okay. Now, I can tell you this much. It's gonna be really bad timing again, but I can tell you this next hunt, it's gonna be slow. It's gonna be a slow ghost. So you're saying there's a chance? Let's wait for it. If it decides to wait, that's fine. You got it now? You picking it up a little bit? These are the ghosts, friends. Yeah, twins is not even on the table. And we hear that speed change. Yeah? Figuring it out now? If it waited, I don't want it to wait, but if it waited another like minute to hunt, then we would be able to hear it plain as day. Is there a way to earn channel points here faster than just watching? If you're subscribed, you earn channel points faster. I don't know if actions, like doing things, get you more points. I don't remember that. Picking up what and putting down, and once you're dead. Yeah, that's right. Millsy's got it. Do the Obambo speeds match the speed of the twin? No. The slow Obambo speed is a little bit slower, and the fast Obambo speed's a little bit faster. Oh, watch streaks. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, thank you, Critter. Yep, little green box that appears from time to time randomly. Watch streaks. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. You get those now, too. Because now, like, there's this new thing they're introducing with watch streaks. Like, not watch streaks, but you know what I mean. It's like a weekly thing. Dang, we might actually get to hear it. Can you hunt like in the next like 5 or 10 seconds? That'd be really nice. Please. The Blossom Badge thing. Yeah. That one. Yeah, yeah. God damn it. This ghost sucks. You son of a bitch. It's going to do it now. It's fast now, right? Okay. That's enough for me. I hate you. We were trying to show chat something and you ruined it. Ruined it. What I was trying to show you guys was the ghost changing speeds in the middle of the hunt for no reason. There's a particular ghost that does that. Soiled it. Did I do the objectives? If I didn't, we're just gonna leave. Okay, we did. Good. Okay. Yeah, it was a little. I kind of forgot about the whole cursed hunt thing. Yeah, that makes the hunt a little bit longer. I was trying to time that and I almost mistimed it. So, based on what we have, I was really wanting to show you what it was going to do, but I'm fairly sold that we have no bombers, friends. So we are leaving. The guessing is locked. We are out of here. We are out of here. Was not a paid actor? I don't know about that. No, he was not a paid actor. No, he sucked. Oh, Bombo! So what I was trying to do the whole time was I was trying to get this ghost to very obviously show you the speed change. Because what happens is when the hunt starts, like when you open the front door, after a minute, it goes from being the slow ghost to the fast ghost, the fast version of the Obambo. And then every 2 minutes, it will change between slow, fast, slow, fast, slow, fast. So I was trying to show that, and the ghost was literally hunting and stopping in between all of that instead. Yeah, anyway. Thanks, Obambo. Yeah. Frickin' Obambo. All right, let us resolve with the No, we are not. All right. 52 people said Obambo. The reason that it says 79 for demon is because all those people that saw the ghost hunt early and immediately thought it was a demon when they didn't even think about the fact that on insanity, we are 75 sanity. On insanity, we have 75 sanity. So there's a few ghosts that can hunt early when it's that time. And we also had lost some sanity at that point too. So let's see who the top of our leaderboard is. All right, Just Saying Beesh is at number 1, Will's number 2, and Destroyer is number 3. Just Saying is the only one that guessed immediately when guessing was available and got it right. Sometimes it just works, man. Sometimes it just works. Nice. All right. Let's move on to the next one. But before we move on to the next one, we are going to do ads because they're coming up and we might as well go ahead and knock them out. So, I do 3 minutes of ads every hour. If you guys are not subbed, if you don't have turbo, I wait. We're not going to go into the next guessing until we are back, or go into the next map until we're back. Critter, don't be sad with me. What? But 3 minutes, and then after that, we'll be right back, friends. It'll be fast. It'll be quick. Go get a drink. Go get a snack. We're not going anywhere. There it is. Okay. Ads. See you on the flip. See you on the flip. Okay. There we go. That'll never happen again. You never know until you try. Sip, think of the 7 months, man. You never know until you try. But yeah, I probably won't deep dive that much for every hunt because I want to get more hunts in. I'll actually pull up the chart. I'll pull up, see what ghosties have certain evidence. So that way we can just get the ball rolling and not spend so long on one hunt. How's it going, Mark? Didn't get an ad. It happens sometimes. Sometimes those ads aren't playing in your region. So you just lock out and you don't get any. It just depends. Sitting in a hiding spot. Stop trying to do the challenge to watch y'all. Oh my God. So you're trying to do the ghost guessing while you're also in the middle of a hunt. Did Doc getting on? No, Doc didn't getting on. Not that I'm aware of. No Doc getting ons. Not that I'm aware of. How's the fam? Fam's doing well, man. The fam is doing great. They're off to go. They went to a party for the little. Yeah. So everyone's doing well. Did he officially cancel today? I know he was trying to stream. I know he was. But if it's enough issues, then yeah, I understand. He said he messed it up. I don't know what that means. Mic issues. Yeah. He posted in his Discord. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. No ads is so worth it. That's why I tell people to get Turbo. It is not possible to subscribe to everybody that you watch if you watch more than just a couple of streamers. It's just not. It's not feasible. So getting Turbo, it allows you to have no ads across the entire platform. And then you can subscribe to whoever you want to subscribe to for emotes and stuff like that. But if you're all about not having ads, Turbo and Premium. Yep. Amen, Critter. Yep. Turbo on Twitch, Premium over on YouTube. Yep. I have 0 ads anywhere. It's the way to go, man. Hate it when the router decides to overheat. Oh my God. That ain't good. Take my Bezos. Wait, what? Where's my ad? I could force ads if you guys want. No, I'm not going to do that. Been subscribed to you and only you for 2 years. Justin. That's super kind, man. I don't think I could live without YouTube Premium. It's funny that my wife has been invited many times to obviously be a part of my family plan with it. And she doesn't join it. So when I'm like, I pull her phone up to look up something and immediately get hit by an ad. I'm like, what is this garbage? What the hell is this? All right, we're back. We are back. I only watch like 2 streamers and that's fair. And you know, that's Cup of Gin. That's something we talked about too. Talked about how if you're watching only 1 or 2 people, then yeah, I could see how Turbo might not make sense. And it makes more sense to maybe sub to somebody or whatever. It just depends on what you want. Forever and always, I say Turbo is to remove ads. Subscribing is to support. It's really the way to go, man. Spotify playing Premium since like 2017. Yeah. Oh, there it is, Lumi. Thank you for the 2 months, dude. Thank you so much. How do you get Turbo? Just Google Twitch Turbo. It should give you a link. Yep. Can you guess over on YouTube too? No. There's a pinned message within YouTube that says if you want to guess, you have to do it over here. Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, it's up to you guys. Do you want to do the whole thing where whoever's in the top gets to choose the next map? I'm okay with that. But that's up to you guys, or I choose. Do you not? I know I do. So if you have Turbo and you're watching the stream during ads and things like that, it still does matter. It does. It's still helpful. Sure. If sounds fair. Sounds fair. Okay. Just saying a beesh. Where do you want me to go? You are our top ghost guesser right now, friend. Where do you want? Caladron, welcome in. We'll give them a second to take a look. Nels, you got it. All right, friendly reminder, because I think people might have forgotten whenever we jumped into the match. I am on an insanity preset. On an insanity preset, My sanity starts at 75. Okay? Friendly reminder. You know what I could also do just to like... Let's do this too. Let's turn on our activity and sanity monitor. I'm not that worried about money. It's more just about the difficulty. But now you guys will be able to actually see my sanity. And you'll be able to see how active the ghost is. Let's do that. I think that sounds like a good idea. Leaf, thank you for the 2 months. Good evening from the UK. How's it going for it? Dude, it's going well. How are you doing? Played Nels, kept not getting any evidence on amateur. Oh, you might not have been in the right room. That might have been all that is. Go get my and cheese. Damn right, I'm gonna get my and cheese. All right, remember, insanity preset. I just turned on activity and sanity monitor, and I get a cursed possession. Let's go. Ghost guessing will begin now that we're in the truck. Let it rip, friends. If you want to guess randomly, you have 60 seconds to do so, and then after that, we are then going to move forward. We use this time to allow people that are doing their random guesses, go ahead and just get it out of your system. And then as we get evidence or we get more information from the ghost, then we move on. Nelly Delis. This ain't no Nelly Deli, it's an Angie. Gonna wait. I always recommend it. Was correct room, stayed in the correct favorite room the entire round, had nothing at all. Are you sure you were in the correct room? Does a blood moon have a high probability of a mimic? The blood moon does nothing to the probability of the ghost. Yeah. Why did it set your guess to a bombo? What did you guess? Yours is showing the last guess. Oh, hold on. Wait. Oh, did it not fix it? Hold on. Hold on. Did it not end? It's showing the last guess. Hold. I think I didn't end it properly. Hold on. Here. You've already placed your guess. Why is that not working? Hold on. What is going on? All right. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Try now. Okay. Yeah, I thought I hit reset. I guess I didn't hit reset before. It's my fault. My fault. I thought I hit reset. I did not hit reset. Now it looks like it's working. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Timing wise, it's still the same, so it's good. Yeah. I'd love to see that, but we'll get there. Relax. Hold on. Now, here's a question. I didn't screw it up, did I? I didn't screw it up, did I? We're Gucci. Nope. Everyone's still locked in. Anybody that was there is good. Also, if you guys want to see it in chat, you don't have to wait for me to show it on this leaderboard as well. If you guys in the chat, if you need that, if you do GTG leaderboard, it will show you. It will show you the leaderboard. Yeah. All right. I think that's enough time. Guessing will continue for the rest of the match, and we will move forward. Yeah. Bob, welcome in, man. Walter Carter. Now, I don't know if this red is because of just outside sign or because of other things. I can't really tell. Okay. Well, we know it can't be a banshee and it can't be a Diane. Crucifix, capture a photo, and 25%. Okay. Yeah, this is always so deceiving. You see the red in here, and it's just not. I think you need to see the red more up here, but it's really hard to tell in certain maps. All right. Let's go find us a ghosty. Let's go. All the Banshee voters are in shambles. That's what they get for guessing early. Shame, shame. Shame. They should have followed the path to Dusty's trail. Mistakes were made. I'll take my high heels off when I go to the back. Hold on. Oh. Oh, bottle flip. Let's go. It's the result of not having Doc. Yeah, no blood moons today. Does the music box also drain sanity? If you are near the music box when it's playing, yes. Yep. You can see my sanity, friends. It's at like 73-ish. Did the sound in this map get fixed after the initial issue with it? I don't know. I really don't have an answer for you. I don't know. Flash and heals, slay. Hey, don't judge me. I do what I want. Order an and cheese for Mr. Doc. How the game's going? What's up, Autumn? The games are going well, friend. We had an extended one on Willers because we were trying to figure out the ghosty. JD, thank you for the 2 years, man. 2 years. All right, hold on. I'm gonna put this down. Let's get this out here, just in case things go awry. No orbicals yet. One of your favorites? Oh, the diner. I love the diner. Ray, thank you for the biddies. Some and cheese actually sounds good. It does sound good. No, we're not playing professional or nightmare. Nope. We're doing insanity. Insanity, where I have activity monitor, sanity monitor, and a curse possession. So I'm only going to get one piece of evidence. What the hell? All right. Let's go to this camera. Go over here. Oh my God. It turned the light on. It's not a mare. If that was ever anybody's guess, sorry. Definitely not that. Haven't used Twitch in so long. Well, welcome back. Everything's changed. Everything. Okay. Let's get more stuff in there. It's not really showing me anything yet. Everything? Everything. All of it. All of it. Once I roleplayed on Nels, but my friend stormed the manager's office and screamed, "Give me my chips." I mean, it sounds like they're trying to be a part of the party. Have I changed? Oh no, song. Zero change. Zero. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Yeah, that was the first thing it did when I walked in. Yeah. First thing I did. The first thing it did. Being awfully stingy here, Ghosty. Oh no. Oh no. Are you moving out here? Oh no. Oh no. All right, we need the other crucifix and I need some motion sensors because I think the ghost is moving to the hallway, which sucks. What evidence have we discovered? Zero. Arnar. Yeah, we don't have anything. I'm only going to get one piece of evidence anyway, so it's going to be a little harder to get it as no matter what. Well, oh, I'm at 62. Yikers. Okay. Give me a smudge. Give me this. Maybe one of these. Filled with lead. I'm doing well, friend. How are you? Now, yes, I was going to say I have night vision on, but we do have this CCTV, which is looking over there. How'd you see the ghost was moving? Because of the temperature. The temperature is going to be lower wherever the ghost is. So if that temperature starts to rise in the room that you think it's in, chances are that ghost is moving. And if you want to verify that, just use motion sensors. Motion sensors will tell you if the ghost is moving. Let's do like there. So what I could do, if I think it's hallway, is I put that out there. twins. The temperature doesn't change with twins. The twins is only one ghost. Yeah, see, it's getting warmer and warmer. It's doing stuff over here. But the temperature is not very cold. Light switch. Mom, bathroom. Well, that answered that question. We know where the ghosty is. Our breath is in the bathroom, so ghosty is over there. It just threw trash at me. What an a-hole. Oh, my Lanta. All right, no freezing yet. No fiver, no nothing. This ghost is a weenie. L7 weenie. All right. Oh, I thought I saw writing. I was like, what the hell? Give me this, give me this. Maybe it moved when I was trying Spirit Box. Let's try it now. Hey! Stop throwing trash at me. Did you just kick my breaker, you son of a bitch? No, no. No, no. Not a gen. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? What's my sanity right now? Oh, yeah. We are below Fiji, friends. We are below 50. Where does dirty water come from? From the ghost pooping in the sink. I hope that helps. Isn't there a ghost that can teleport to another room? The Wraith can teleport to anywhere on the map. But when it teleports, it usually teleports near the player and then travels back to its room. It doesn't just teleport to a random room on the map and then just stay there. Not usually. Let's watch this for a second and just see if we get any informations. Hey, motion sensed. I'm a potato. Thank you for the 27 months, man. And Abstract, thank you for the 6. Hello. Didn't know you can check sanity in the watch. As long as you have the sanity board activated, you can check your watch. And there's going to be an update coming next month where you're able to check it no matter what. Because there's going to be a special keybind, which should have been there from the beginning, but was not. Can you get me a bottle of dirty water? You want me to get a bottle of the ghost shit water? Oh, that's interesting. That says a lot. Hi, Sarah. How are you? I don't usually yuck somebody's yum, but I have no problem calling that offensive. Listen, they're not doing a good battle for the YouTube chatters right now. I'm just saying. No evidence yet. No. 0. Nothing. Samantha, good morning. How are you? Sam, how's 007 been? It's a mimic. Oh, the classic hide the orbs and other evidence mimic. Oh. Isn't doing anything. I mean, it's hunting now, at least. At least. So, I mean, I can go in there, at least let it hunt. Mr. 420, thank you for the 2 subs, homie. Are the dots triggering the motion sensor? No, the ghost is. Yeah, unless you saw it say dots. 007's amazing. I'm almost done completing all the challenges. Ooh, you're doing like a full run, like a full playthrough. When in Rome, huh? I still have another bite on this crucifix. Wow. Real mature. Dude, whatever the evidence is, it really doesn't want to give it. Okay. I'm going to let it hunt. We're going to let it do its thing, and we're going to listen. This ghost is being a stinky. Looking forward to the update next month. Yeah, it's going to happen July 21st. We're going to get the first big patch and also the Willow rework. Yeah. Cousin Tony, thank you for the gift to Sarah. Miss Believer, thank you for the 4 months. Hello. Ghosty's being stingy with evidence, so we're just going to let it hunt. I moved the crucifix in here. It's already eaten the other one twice, so now we wait. Oh, the Willow looks so great. Yeah, it looks great. Okay, we're noticing things. Noticing stuff, noticing things. The new Willow house looks like an awesome Airbnb. That's what it does. It looks great. It's like a bachelor pad. I'm not really worried about Willow because of how they did Tangle. Same here. I feel the same way. I think all the reworks outside of Grafton's lighting. Outside of Grafton's lighting. Smudge. Hopefully the hunt will end here shortly. There we go. All right, let's get this light on. Now let's see if we have any evidences, huh? Are you back in here yet? You haven't messed with the book at all. What is happening? What are these EMFs? It's not doing anything. Have you moved? Have you moved? Again? You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. All right, hold on. Give. Open sesame. You bitch. Go get the crucifix. Come to your room, a-hole. We know where you live. You live here. That's right. Stay home. Okay. We checked for UV, right? I had none. Where are you? Where are you? Are you here? Oh, stop it. Ghosty's in the hallway now. With the way it's moving, it's making me think that freezing is the evidence that it's holding away from, like that it's keeping from us. It just moves so much. It's almost like it's not allowing it to become freezing. Now we know that the ghosty is not a normal speed ghost. We know that for sure. Use the EMF. What do you think this is? What did you think that beeping was? Like my pager? Okay, now you don't have to think about writing. I would love for it to show the stuff. Use it harder. What if it is spirit box and it's just for some reason just being dumb? So we know that it's not going to provide writing. Right? Like, I have a feeling like I knew what it was, but I don't want to like just immediately say like, oh, it's this ghost. And then it's just that easy, right? Yeah. No orbs, no UV, no writing. Hello. That's done. So, really unfortunate that it's not giving me the evidence. It's really unfortunate. You can't No, you can't cross it off. And the reason that you can't cross it off is because we are minus evidence. So it could be a ghost writing ghost, but maybe it's just that it's hiding that as evidence. How'd you set up the guest command? It was a custom widget that I paid for. Basically, I had someone create for me. Because I don't know how to do any of that crap, so they do. What evidence do we have? Nothing. Zero. Nilch. Nada. None. Whatever the evidence is, it's not giving it to us. We have checked everything. Everything. Many times. So I have a feeling here. We'll just talk about it. Oh, that was a water cooler. Jesus Christ. Getting a sneaky. It could be. Just maybe. Right? If it's EMF 5, that's wild. We've had so many EMF interactions. And yeah, I have not had a 5. Freezing is an option here. And I told, like, what did I say? The ghost has been changing rooms so much that freezing has been borderline impossible. And it hunted from over here. Oh my God. Oh, here's the new ghost room. Could it be a lazy spirit box? I mean, maybe. That'd be really lazy. Oh, fart ball. Oh, okay. Real cute. Do it twice. It's changed a lot. Slow again. Stopped hunting. Okay. Give me this. Same. Bought ourselves like 90 seconds to see if we can finally get the evidence. If not, I might just go. Use the dots better. I'm sorry. Do tell me how I was not using them good at first. I'll wait. Pointing directly into the ghost room with a video camera, staring at it. Please do tell me how I wasn't using them well. It's dots, by the way. There. Is that better for you? Does that work? Is that okay? Twins is off the table. Now you have dots. That's called a coincidence. Tier 2 headgear's way too expensive. Everything is way too expensive. But you earn a lot of money in the game, to be fair. To be fair. Yeah, twins ain't there. Let's remove some of your ghosties, right? Some of the ones that you know that it's not. You know that it's not. Unless, that would be insane. You're left speed-wise with a few different ghosts. Open the book again. Did that make it better? What? Is there line of sight? Yes. Again. Again with these two. Get booked. Son of a bitch. You bastard. So there's your 50-50. What ghost type is guessed on this one? Well, you have between an Aswang and an Obambo. So you got to ask yourself, did the ghostie have a faster line of sight speed? Now, the cool thing with the Aswang is about the hiding spot thing, but the problem with that is having that on an insanity game mode is just probably unlikely. Now, the hunting speed of the Aswang is slower. Now, compared to the Obambo, it's a little bit faster than the Obambo. Do I have any more smudges? I could just go back in there. This ghost sucks. Can't change? No. Is it aging? It has line of sight speed. It won't be a thing. Yeah, it won't be a thing. Oh, I do have one. Okay. It can't. It won't. It don't. It hasn't. More than likely to be on a Bombo. Maybe we can see if we can get that speed change. Let's give it a whirl. Why not a Ure? Because the ghost speed. The ghost speed is not average, so it can't be a Ure. I can't do the Aswang test if I don't have a good hiding spot. I can't. How you and the kiddos doing? We're good, Elemental. The tall one has been at camp for almost 2 weeks. It's a little bit over a week, but end of this upcoming week, it'll be 2. And then we go to get him and bring him home. The littles have been good. Izzy has had a really big, interest in playing the piano, so she's been doing it nonstop. What kind of a camp? It's just a normal, just outdoor camp. They do all kinds of activities and cool stuff. Yeah. Yeah, the Cormos is, if you're thinking about the blind thing where like the ghostie won't see you unless it hears you. Oh. Yeah, that's a Cormos, not an Aswang. This ghost has been everywhere, though. $20 says the next ghost is going to be the same. All right, bet. Oh, hey, how are you? Is that a new ghost model? No. No. The Aswang is the one with the 0 grace period if it stops hunting because it ended its hunt at an official hiding spot. Does that make sense? If I go to hide inside of an official hiding spot and the ghost sees me, comes to me, it stops its hunt, the next hunt it does is 0 second grace period. Yes. Perfect sense. Okay, good deal. Good deal. Volatile, thank you for the 16 months. Abby, thank you for the 6. Sunshine, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follows, friends. Do I know if what's an official hiding spot? Hey, Train, my day is going well, man. How is yours? Try the closed door with the Aswang because it doesn't search. What? I have a pretzel in a locker. That's all I've ever wanted. Do we do the test? Do we do the test? Stop hunting. Stop, please. Okay, there we go. Now I can prep myself to do it. Okay. Some lights on. I don't know why people think it's a buggy mess at the moment. No, 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 no. It is a buggy mess. Oh, it's absolutely a buggy mess. But it's still playable. We're going to try the Aswang test. Hold the pretzel. On it. We'll feed the ghost. It's not a Mickey pretzel, but it'll do. What's with kids these days? Tried giving them Oreos dipped in milk. Looked at me like I'd lost my mind. Psychos. As long as a male Diane fight me. What? Emotional support pretzel? Yeah. Don't let the pretzel die. The pretzel's fine. Here, do you want a sody pop? Look at your sody pop. There you go. Pretzel and some squirty cream is what the ghost needs. I heard you would like a pretzel and some squirty cream. So they say. He's like, mm-hmm. Well. There we have it, friends. Honestly, with the way this ghost has been, I'm not even worried about objectives. That took too long. That took too long. Should be all the answer you need, friends. Millsy, I promise we'll give it squirty cream next time. It doesn't deserve it this time. With how much it was changing rooms, that was ridiculous. Don't bonk me. That better be for the ghost. All right. We have marked Aswang. Lock it up. Lock it up.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Explain how you didn't die. So a really cool feature about the Aswang is that if it sees you in an official hiding spot, it will come to you But the second it gets to the official hiding spot, it will stop hunting. Now, what you have to worry about or be careful is that the next time it hunts after that, there's a 0 grace period. 0-second grace period. Meaning it can hunt instantly and start chasing you down. So, Oswong it is. And that means if we go over here and take a look in a book, we will resolve with the Oswong 36. It was really spread because the ghost, I saw what looked like the Ure ability, so fair enough. And then it was acting like twins. Yeah, I could see all of that for sure. Yep, official hiding spots, closets, lockers. If you're not really sure what official hiding spots are, if you go to the Phasmo cheat sheet, you can actually get all of that information. All of it. You go to the Phasmo cheat sheet, you go to the maps, you can actually go to the map explorer and it will tell you what official hiding spots there are and there are not. So like if I'm at Nell's and I go over to this, I can see what the spot looks like when it's available and when it's blocked. When it's available and when it's blocked, you can see each of these. These are official hiding spots, meaning that it can either get blocked or be open depending on the difficulty you're playing on. So it's helpful. Phasmocheatsheet.com will take you to this website. It's also in my link tree and it's in all the stuff. Yeah, all the things. Okay, so that being said, our leaderboard now, Beesh is still number 1. Oh, wait, no, you're not. Wait, hold on. Wait, are you? Oh, I guess nobody has gotten enough points to go past you. Oh, I guess so. Oh, that does make sense. Here, if you want the leaderboard in chat, there it is. There it is. Beesh is number 1. Bob the Ross is number 2 and Lovely's number 3. Those two have changed. Those two have changed. All right, let me get rid of this guy. Let's go back to the main screen. All right. Good deal. And then let's reset. All right. Beesh, you get to pick the next one, man. That's what we're going with. Whoever's in the lead gets to pick the map, so you get to pick again. Yeah. Burning, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. My family will use it to play the guess the ghost, like 20 questions style when we're oh, that's cool. I'm gonna throw a guess out for my favorite ghost when guessing starts. No problem with that. Let's do some Graphingtons. Graphingtons it is. Do you get more points the earlier you guess? Yes, but you can't change your guess. So if you're doing just a lob, if you're just hoping that you get it right, you're welcome to do that. Guessing is not open. It is not open. Yeah, you gotta make sure to read the messages. Yeah, it's not open yet. It's not. It will never be open inside of the lobby. It is only open whenever we're inside of the truck. The way the point system works is when I get into the truck, guessing starts, the point system is open and ready to go. The earlier you guess and get it correct, the more points you get, but you have no information to go off of. The guessing will close whenever I'm shutting the door of the truck. It is open that entire time. That entire time. And then if you win, you are the Guess the Ghost champion. I send you a custom sticker and you get the special role in Discord. If you're not in the Discord already, there's the Discord so that way I can give it to you. Calidrome, thank you for the prime, man. All right, to Grafton. Again, here's the settings. It is a insanity where I have a curse possession and the activity insanity monitors are on. So 75 to start, 1 evidence, but I have a curse possession and also the activity insanity are on. Yeah. When you say if you win, you mean if you're first place. That's correct. If you're first place at the end of our day, whenever we end, whether we've done 2 hunts or we've done 12, you're the winner, and that's you. Yep, you're the winner for the month. Leaf, thank you for the biddies. What the hell is the matter with you? Kev? How many games have we done so far? 2. And we've had it down to the Obambo and the Oswong. And I've had like twice, and we've had each of those ghosts. So it might be a little bit different this time. I guess we'll see. To Grafton.
Alright, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and
All
prepare
right.
accordingly before starting the investigation.
Guessing should be open.
Got the intel. Looks like this is going to be a tough one.
Sorry, Chad had Taco Bell. Oh, see, it was Song. It wasn't even me.
Like they left
It was Song. I didn't do it. Do you miss any events on Phasmo, or do you have a favorite in the past years? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I miss the custom events. I think most people miss the custom events. Name? You'll see in 60 seconds when I go look over there. I'm not going to tell you right now. I miss the custom events that they used to do. I understand that they wanted to stop it so they had more time to do other things. It's just, they were such a great thing to look forward to because you knew that it was something completely different. I thought we had a truths. An unspoken truths. Sons of bitches. The guessing might be weird. It says only 30 minutes and it closed off before you locked it last map. Oh, because we went over 30. It's because the time limit. It's because normally we get it faster than 30 minutes. That's why. Can you only guess if subscribed? No. No, if you're following, you can guess. It's not just subscribers. No. Sick bastards. Laura, thank you for the biddies. All right. 60 seconds is up. We are going to move forward now. As we can see here, the most guess ghost right now is an Oni, which is a complete 100% guess. There is zero information that they have to say that. They're just saying it to say it. This gives you nothing. Why that sounds so realistic? Because it probably was. That's why. All right. Joe Manson. Ghost event, sound recorder, incense. Let's go. Let's go. You don't see how to guess? Do exclamation point GTG. Yeah. I don't put that stuff all over the screen because I don't want the screen smothered with information. We can just do it as easily. I have it in my, it's inside of my title as well. Yeah. Nash, thank you for the 27 months, man. Could be anything. Yeah. Thank God it's not raining. I'll just go. Thank you, Break. Don't hunt me. Don't do it. I'm just a BB. Just join the Discord. Nice. Hey, let's go. Power's down here. I dig it. We have hiding here, which is nice. Guess we'll start checking temps. Ghosty. Oh no, I've got the cards. Not in the fridge, behind the fridge. Hi. I don't think you're in here. No. I haven't heard anything. Did you do it wrong? Did you get? I don't know. Jesus Christ. Did they fix the cards? Not really. No, they haven't fixed it. The updates. The update on July 21st is going to fix a lot of stuff. We just don't know exactly what yet. Oh, no. Oh, man. It's in the hallway upstairs. That sucks. That's one of the worst spots on the map. The doll room's calling? Apparently not. God damn it. Give me crucifix. Give me a video camera. That's fine. Give me another crucifix. Actually, you know what? Nope. We should probably get one of these just in case. You had a mimic today? No. We've had a Obombo and an Oswald. Maybe it'll change rooms. If it wants to change to like the bathroom or even the master, I don't care. Pick your poison, man. Just not the hallway. The hallway is Duke. Absolute Duke. Fancy. Thank you for the 5 subs, Fredo. Why is the hallway bad? Because the ghost can break off and go in any direction. That's why it sucks. How often do I run it? Once a month. Once a month. That way it's unique. It's something different to do. We have one Guess the Ghost winner every month. All right. No freezies. Keep our smudge on us. I'm going to take this guy. It's all no orbs, right? No. Okay. I like that I can run to the door from there. Yeah, but again, the ghost could spawn in that corner, and that corner, and that corner. Yeah, no. Not for me, dog. The ghost name is Joe. Our sanity is low, but that's because we start with low sanity. Our lights are on up there, so the ghost might not do that much. For the screams, wait, who's screaming? People over there dumping their drawers. I don't know about screaming, though. The shutters move on high wind. Yeah. They certainly do. Let's try this. Oh, streams. Oh, okay. Ghost fart, run. Oh, it still hit me. That's bullshit. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Where are you? Are you here? What the fuck? There we go. Where are you? Are you here? Oh, you a venti son of a bitch. Where are you? Are you here? Thank you for the biddies, by the way. Oh my god, would you knock it off? Fucking Pam. Thank you, Kev. The new tier 4 thermo. Yeah. Again, it's not a game-breaking one, but it's definitely something wrong. For sure. Give me this. Give me this. I'm probably gonna do this. Oh shit. Well, we're definitely within hunting. Was that a Blondie blurb? I'd say the odds are high. At least the Jurassic Park theme song got the Rick roll out of my head. There you go. Everyone loves some Jurassic Park. What's up, Thay? How are you? She's going to start hunting when I get in there. I'm at 45 sanity. Hold on. You son of a bitch. Kev, you bastard. Oh my god. Stay. No footsies. None. Hold on. Let's do... Wait, where'd the... Oh! It's dots. Finally. God damn. The blurb combo? I know. They're insane. Listen, this ghost hasn't tried to hunt us yet, friends. I'm just saying. But it can't be a Dio. So Dio has 4 spirit box. So, unfortunately. Oh my god, bro. I swear to god. Have I gotten dots all 3 rounds? Uh, okay. I don't think it's tried to hunt me yet. I don't think so. Can you change your guess? Nope. When you lock it in, you lock it in. That's it. That way nobody can guess like within the first couple seconds, and then all of a sudden they can change their guess all the way at the end. No. Look at my sanity, dude. What's going on? No bites. 0 bites. Each stream, there seems to be an evidence highlight. Yeah, you noticed that too, right? How do I guess? Do exclamation point GTG and it'll explain everything for you. A little confused why we're not getting hunted. Or I know why we're not getting hunted. Can I use tier 1 dots like a flashlight, or do I have to place it? No, you can hold the tier 1 dot pen if you want to. Do a wiggle? I don't think that's the information you need. Which button do you first have to use on PC to see your sanity watch? Well, right now Are you about to start hunting from downstairs? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No. Hey. I saw that. It shut the light off. Are you coming down here, you son of a bitch? Mm-hmm. Also threw a hat. Sick animal. Just sick, man. Just sick. Actually, wait. Let me see something. What's my sanity right now? Okay. If I had to guess, I'd say I know what's about to happen. Smudge? Good. Hi, Rose. The wiggles for the ghost. Oh, it's for Pam? Oh, my. Go ahead, start hunting me. Do it. Yeah, that tracks. I'm not going to sit in the hiding spot, because if the ghost knows you're there, there's a 50% chance it can go to the hiding spot and kill you. So if it events on me here, that's fine. Oh, did you hear it? Should you watch on Twitch or YouTube? Wherever you want to watch. That's up to you. I'm on insanity. Reset. So I think I know what we have. I think I've known what we've had. I just wanted to verify. If it goes back upstairs, it's going to eat the crucifix, and that's okay. You didn't hear it? Give it time. Just give it time. I don't have a good timer set right now because I don't know. What are we up to? Doing some ghost guessing. Holy crap on a stick. Is she in my hiding spot? Pam! Get out of here! Young lady. Could you turn up the game volume compared to your voice? Well, no. Because then you wouldn't be able to hear me, and all you would hear would be the game. Just turn your volume up. We do have evidence. We have dots. Dude, she is schmoving. What is the speed of the ghost? Not normal. That last hunt, the ghost was fast. For sure. Will I make any more videos on the other side? Whenever I play it, yeah. Yeah. I'm loud in your ear if you turn up the volume enough to hear the footsteps. Okay, but when you're hearing the footsteps when they're a mile away, it doesn't make sense for me to turn my game volume up and me down so you can hear the footsteps that are across the house. What I need is a balance between the two at all times. Fast. Okay. Ghosty is still speedy. So we're watching. Well, no, the volume has always been the same. It's the same as you hear it in YouTube videos. It's not any different. I've done no adjustments to my mic volume. I've done no adjustments to the game volume. All the same. All the same. All right. Give me more smudgies. I think that's what we need. I could try to get the sounds. Let's try to do that. Let's give it a whirl. Wouldn't Obombo have changed speeds by now? Unless we're really unlucky. Which is possible. This son of a bitch. It's here somewhere. Ghosty. I see my breath. The evidence is dots, and that's the only evidence we're going to get. Oh, bitch. It's going to start hunting in a second. Would you stop? You shush. Psycho. No Doc today? No, he's having microphone issues. 90's up. It should be coming. Mellow, thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Dude. Oh shit. I want you to be able to hear it. It's good. How's yours? It's good. Getting some really crap ghosts. Oh, that makes you worse. You suck. Do I have another bite on the crucifix upstairs? We might. I don't remember if that's been eaten twice or not. I don't think it has. Oh, it has been eaten at all. Well, shit, we got a fresh one. All right. Run, run, run as fast as you can. Oh shit, it's next door. Okay. I still think I know what it is. I think it's just being a really awful version of that ghost. If I were to guess. So you heard the speed change, right? Not the speed change. You heard that it was a different speed. So you know it's not these ghosts. No shot in hell. You know it's not that. You know it's not that. It's not that because it's changing speeds, fast, slow kind of stuff. Oh, look what we're down to. Take a wild guess what ghost this probably is. What if I get lucky? I'm going to try to get lucky here. We're going to go inside. Okay. Maybe we'll get lucky. Same situation, different map. It's not... Oh, man. You can time the hunt to have it slow on your watch. Well, I mean... Actually, you know what? You know what I didn't even think about? Solval? Hold on. You know what I didn't even think about? What I was literally talking about earlier. Which deals with what they were just talking about timing it on your watch. Not a matter of like sitting there, like you don't have to just sit there and wait. And wait and wait and wait and wait. Because when you enter the map, for the first minute, the ghost is slow. And then after that, it is fast for 2 minutes. And then it changes every 2 minutes. When it hit 19 minutes, you heard the speed change. Which means the next speed change should happen at about 21. So if I wait to go in here till about, I'd say 20, 30, hopefully it'll start hunting at that point. We'll hear a speed change again. I'm playing dumb and not even thinking about the fact. I'm like, oh, I could time it out. I'm like, oh my God, I literally know it. Okay. Slow. I don't know why I haven't thought to do that. I literally had the information in my hands. Like I knew it and I even say it out loud, but I never think to pull out my watch and do it that way. At 21 minutes on the nose, it changed speeds. Yeah. So you see what's happening where it's changing speeds on the odd numbers, and it's because of the first change happening at 1 minute. And then after that, every odd it should change. So at 3, 5, 7, 9, all you keep going. So as long as you have the ability to see your watch, which you do, even if you don't have sanity, it doesn't matter. If you think it might be an Obambo and it's getting close to the odd number minute, if it starts hunting right before it, you can actually hear the speed change, which is super freaking rad. Very cool. Very cool. I don't know why, like, you saying that, Sabo, just made it hit my brain. I was like, shit, you can see it. Duh. All right. Awesome. All right, let's lock it. We're in the truck. Lock it up.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
It just takes a second, you know, like all the stuff that's happening for it just to hit your brain like that. Like I could have done that really, really early on whenever it started finally hunting. But yeah. Oh, Bombos. So we had, wait for it to come back around. Wrong yet again. That's okay. It happens. That's all right. Just thank you for the biddies, friend. Or not. It's just going to go through every single ghost that there is. Whatever. It's fine. If anything, I can see the top. 36 people should have guessed it correctly. 36. It was another Obambo. Yeah. Unfortunately. Nothing we can do about it. Yeah. Never mind. 71. What the shit? Why does that say 36? Well, those numbers are different. Okay, interesting. I'll have to figure that out later. But if we look at the leaderboard, just saying. Oh my God. Wait, no way. Wait, did I resolve? Oh, I haven't resolved. I'm going to shut up. That might be why there was no extra winners. This ghost really threw me off. There we go. Now I can see it. Now let's see who's on the... okay. Damn. Just Saying Beach is number 1. Ari Dawn is number 2. And Bob the Ross is number 3. Still in the lead. Shit. Oh, ads are happening. I was going to say ads are about to happen. As soon as ads are done, we'll come back. All right, let's do this. Let us reset. There we go. Go to this. Actually, we'll go to this. There we go. Let everyone know that we're waiting for ads. All right. Waiting for ads. We're good. There we go. Yeah. If you guys do exclamation point GTG points, you can see your own point count, your own personal one. Still a little old me. I know. Listen, you're still up there, but that's the benefit of waiting, is that you can actually have a better chance of getting even more points. So if you throw a guess out and you get it correct, and then you just keep getting points, there you go. Zoe, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Thanks for the prime. No ad jail for me. Hey, let's go. Hey. Joined a bit late. Still going to Hail Mary it. Hey, you never know. We have had people that have come in and were not here at the beginning for the first couple matches that still won because they still got a lot of points on the other ones. Yeah. Once I heard the short hunt, I immediately locked in. There you go. There you go. All right. I owe a soda spin. We'll do that after the ads. Once the ads are finished. The top winner for that round, by the way, was Tika. 67 points from Tika. 67. And Savia had 54. Let's go. Once I heard the short hunt, I immediately locked in. Yeah, I was suspicious of the Obambo early whenever I heard the speed. But I wanted to be able to show what it did. Are we going to be stuck in a loop? I don't know. We'll see on the next one. Hopefully not. I sure as hell hope not. Thank you for the 5 gifted, friendo. Thank you. How do I pronounce your name, by the way? Or how do you want me to pronounce your name? Because I'm going to butcher it, and I don't want to. Before I played and Hunt. Wait. Before I played and Hunt started. Froze. Let me take bid. Now I start. What? What ability do I want to see in the upcoming Ghost? I don't know. Listen, they gave me the Cormos. Like, everyone kept asking me what I want to see in a new Ghost, and they gave me that in Cormos. I have no idea for the next one. No clue. But little, I'm good, friend. I'm doing well. Ads are almost done. They're almost finished. What up, Zeklo? How are you? What's up, Navy? They should do a Ghost that's like a Dio, but it can sense you while you're still. Ooh. Want to see a Ghost that runs during the hunt instead of coming after you? Oh, like it's afraid of you. Oh, interesting. Like it's repelled by you almost. Or what about a Ghost like when you're holding incense, it's attracted to you? Like it's attracted to that equipment. I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's go back over here. Let me fix this. And then we'll go into the next one here in a second. Hey, what's up, gamer fan? Good to see you. All right, before we go into the next one, let's get this out of the way. Why is the wheel cut off? Why is it over there, actually? What the hell? Okay, well, I'm going to let that fly. We'll fix that later. It's not a big deal. Do you like musical theater? I do. If so, what's your favorite musical? The favorite one I've ever seen is Hamilton. That was definitely my favorite that I've watched live. Favorite in general? I don't know, man. That's hard to say. I want a ghost that picks a target like a banshee, but instead of targeting it just for the hunt, I want it to do interactions only if you're in the room. Interesting. A ghost that can what if there's a ghost that can move your equipment or like teleport your equipment? You saw Rent? Oh, that's cool. I was never the biggest fan of the music of Rent. Up for Sunday in the park with George. I don't even know what that is. I've been really out of the game for a long time. Yeah, it's hard for me to say. Anime guy, welcome in. You don't know what song to do. I guess it depends on your range. Your son was just in SpongeBob musical? Dude, that's awesome. Gotta go. See you later, man. Have a good one. Something they should really add is like an ability for the Raiju that makes your electronics go crazy even though there are no hunts or events. Yeah, that could be cool. Yeah, something a little bit more amped up for the Raiju could be pretty sick. Can sing anywhere from tenor to soprano somehow. Oh my god. Yeah, that's not the range that I used to have. Or you can hear me. I used to, what did I always use for auditions? I would use Joanna, and sometimes I would just for fun do like Modern Major General or something stupid. Like I was Frederick before in Pirates of Penzance. I was I've done a lot of shows, but it was way back in the day. Do you think they'll give us Bendy back? No. No. I don't think that's ever returning. No shot. No way. Oh, let me spin this. Shit. I know it's like cut off. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know. If we get one that I already have, or if I don't have it, I'll spin again. We've already drank it. I don't have it anymore. Really? There's only so many left. Okay. Well, we'll try our luck and try again. I think a goat, man, a mimic that can actually mimic would be really sick. Well, stream was great. I hope you guys had a good time. See you later, okay? Just fuck. Not the Hidden Valley. Yeah, apparently it is. God damn it. I tell you what, we'll do a twofer. Beast, do you want to go ahead and pick what map you want us to go to, friend? And then while people are guessing, we can do the thing. Where's Emery? Oh, trust me. The couple, I still have like 3 on my shelf. I still have 3 on the shelf. Sunny restricted. Let's do it. God damn it. The absolute worst one. It is it is beyond the worst. Ugh. Okay. One more time for anybody that's just coming in. If you don't know what's going on, if you do !GTG, you can understand how the guessing works. But I'm doing an insanity difficulty that gives me a cursed possession, but I also have activity and sanity turned on, like the monitors turned on, so we can watch it and get a little more information. All right. Guessing will begin when we get into the truck. There you go. Go ahead and start guessing. I'll start opening this. God damn it. I have a drink next to me to wash it down. Thank God. You have a bucket? I have a trash can. Yeah, if things go south, yeah. I have a trash can. Do you have to drink the whole thing? I do. I have a chaser. I have some Sprite next to me. Yeah, I have a little bit of a chaser. While you guys are guessing your ghost, right now you're just doing random guesses. That's literally all it is right now. There's no information for you. In one go. Yep, that's the way I've always done it. It's the way that I've always done it. Is Judy a feminine name in Phasmo? Yeah. Better cold, always. Always better cold. Warm, no way in hell. Yeah. Fancy, thank you for the biddies. Oh, hey. We got us some Metric Chameleon community games to plan. We'll do that too. I have no idea what the extended's going to be, but I guess we'll figure it out as we go. Like, I wish I had strep throat right now. All right. Oh my God. We're fine. I think I need more to drink. This might not be strong enough. I might need something else to drink. I don't think Sprite's doing it. I don't think Sprite's doing it. Don't spew. I'm not. I'm fine. I'm fine. Oh, man. That's so bad, bro. Oh, my nose is so itchy now. Okay. I have beans. Hold on. You know what? I have Starburst jelly beans. These will help. This is the way. Oh. It just hits you at once, man. All right. Well, holy night. Jesus Christ. I forget how bad it is, man. Ted Dexter. Okay. Definitely a banshee for sure. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. Well, we know what it's not. We'll be fine. All right. I don't even know if there's a point to doing an extended goal because we have like one stream left. Ugh. Gives me the heebie-jeebies. The heebie-jeebies. All right. We have the female wing and it's restricted, so we don't have to go check the whole map. Oh. Okay. So, man, I need to remember the beans. Those beans helped a lot. They helped a lot because they're so freaking flavorful. All right, Ted Dexter, let's get this. Do I want to do parabolic? Yeah, we're going to do parabolic. Okay. Moving on. Man, hits your stomach really strangely. Strangely. It came back up. Male ghost in the female wing. What a perv. there orbs? Do you think you saw orbs? It's down the hallway. Might not need to use the mirror. We might be okay. I say might be okay very loosely. It's active, wherever it is. Do you start with Lower Sandy on Nightmare as well? No. Oh, yeah. It's cold. It's cold over there. There we go. All right, Ghosty is in the second room. Groovy. Groovy. Let's get some lights on, get some stuff, get a crucifix. Get all the things. Ba-ding. Savo, thank you for the follow, by the way. Also, side note, if you're not in the Discord already, friends, we have lots of channels in there. If you're looking for someone to play Phas with, hang out, post some nostalgia, whatever it may be. All the socials are there for all the things. I multi-stream, if you did not know, if you were not aware, I multi-stream basically everywhere because I want everyone to be able to watch where they want to, whatever platform they're more comfortable using. So that is why I try to be everywhere as much as possible. Go. Thank you. I don't want to burp because if I do, then the ranch is going to come back up. Okay, we're fine. I'm at 70 sanity. Okay. Let's do the things. How's the weather, your location? It's okay. Not bad. Am I playing Mr. Doc today? No, Mr. Doc was having issues. He was having microphone issues, I think. So he's been spending all that time trying to figure it out. So I'm being told you can't drink big boy drinks. I'm sorry. Is ranch a big boy drink, Mr. Baron? Have you had ranch before, sir? Like we know, like we collectively, because you've done this before. You know how bad some of them are. Have you tried ranch? If not, it's great. I love it. You are so full of stuff. If someone could be more full of stuff, if somebody could be more full of stuff, that'd be you full of stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely here. It's not going anywhere. All right, let's put some dots down. I wanted to get the crucifix over there, so we did that. Got him. How are you, Mr. Baron? I'm just saying, sir. No, you're not. You lie. You lie. You fool slanders. Ranch soda is a gift to Baron. Baron, oh my God. Emery, one of our friendos over here, sent me a full box of the ranch sodas to my P.O. box. To add to the fun, they didn't know this because it's not their fault. They didn't ship them. One of them, I guess, had somehow opened up in transit. So the whole box smelled like that ranch soda. And the box looked like it was left out in the rain, but it wasn't. It was just covered in ranch soda. Hey, Talvador, how are you? I'm good, friend. How are you? Oh, so bad, man. I had to wash. I literally had to take every bottle and like wipe it down, wash it down. Oh, big boy toss. How about a ghost that follows one player outside of a hunt, draining that player's sanity and hunts once the player's sanity hits 0? Maybe. I mean, we have a few ghosties that already follow. I'd have to give it a think to like what I really would like to see a new ghost do. I'd be so lucky to have a community that loves me enough to send me free things. You know that I know that we all know that your community sends you stuff, and I've seen it. We know that, right? We all know that, right? What is the address to send? If you ever want to send me anything, ever, whether it's an actual thing, if it's a letter, I have a P.O. box. Yeah. We can open it up like it's Blue's Clues, the whole 9. They send me thongs. That's still something. You drink that with your eyes, not your mouth? Yeah, but are you thirsty afterwards? Yeah, usually. Okay, nothing. Next. Give. I didn't put a book in there. Shite. Let's ride. Do you open boxes on stream? Yeah. Yeah, if somebody sends me anything through there, yeah, we open it on stream for sure. How do you feel about one that uses surroundings and the equipment to track you? Cameras, mirrors, dolls, the head cam? Oh, like a creep? Where should I send that? Don't you dare. Wait a minute. I still have time, right? Wait, did you even finish a run, sir? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? Hello? You are still here, right? I see my breath. I see my breath. What evidence? None. Technically, Break is beating us both. But with the OG wager still stands. Because she's a tryhard. No, she even said that. She was like, dude, I got really lucky. It's like, that's what it takes, man. Oh. The long way. Hey! Not very nice. No, is it? All right, we got to stop this. Shut up. She's okay at Phasmo, but her next, put her next to a nader, she's gone. You son of a bitch. Oh no, and it double placed. I hate it here. Hey, you know you don't have to at me, right? I can see the messages come up every time. Sand check. Like 45. 45-ish. It could be EMF. I would really love to do an actual test for the UV, but I can't do that. Let's do this. This here. Wake up. All right. Shut up, dude. I hear you. Damn. Let's go back to the truck. Oh my God, it just walked. I hate it here. Ghost is stupid. I'm going home. I'm taking my toys and I'm leaving. Playing Phaz, watching you play the Ghost event today. I nearly crapped my pants. Oh, nice. Let's go. Nice. Ding, ding. Ding, ding. And we're good. Could it be a Goryo? Yeah. I don't have writing or EMF in there, so I might have to wait for a hunt and then get some more stuff in there. Unless it wants to, like, you know, shut Nanor, and then maybe the UV will bounce off and then we can see. What kind of map do I want to see in Phaz? A carnival. A broke down carnival. Busted, dilapidated. That'd be great. So that's always been my map of choice, but we have no information as to what the next map is going to, well, what the new map is going to be next year. Carnival coming 20. I wish, man. I wish. That'd be so great. They would always talk about wanting to try to do maps that are different. When they're adding something new, not your normal, maybe not just a house or whatever. That would literally by definition be completely different than anything we have. Point hope restricted? Yeah. Thank God. Thank God. This ghost is like, okay, you're not in here. I don't care. I don't care. All right, let's go back here. 40%. Nah. Do these. Yeah, we'll do this. Let's go get that parabolic. A theater could be cool. A lot of people say graveyard. Graveyard with like a little tiny chapel attached to it or something like that could be pretty cool. Your mom and dad watch every day? Oh, what are their accounts? Coffee World made for a good amusement park template, just opened up the map more. Yeah, well, in the back we had, I mean, it was Coffee World, obviously. It was Alan Wake themed, but it was like, oh, I forget the thing. I forget what it was called. The little like roller coaster in the back. Yeah. Did a rando guess because quick chore. Oh, you're good. Drop one of those and bring one of these. No, not a Ferris wheel. No. If you went back to Lover's Bench, you looked in the back, there was like a roller coaster back that way that you couldn't get to. All right, normal speed. Any evidence? No, not yet. Not quite. Can Flash see chat through YouTube? Oh yeah, your message is showing up on the stream. The percolator. That's what it was called. Thank you, Rose. Yes. Literally it was called the percolator. Normal? Yeah, it's normal speed. Didn't mean to drop that. Run. Would you keep Sunny Meadows or bring back the original Asylum? Oh, Sunny Meadows, 1,000,000%. Oh, if I had to choose between the Asylum or Sunny Meadows, every day of the week. Guy's a screamer. He's loud AF, isn't he? Tanglewood expanded? Nah, I don't think so. Well, if that's our channels, Avara, they come in here and talk. So, I mean, I say hi to people when they show up. Yeah. Ghost used to be in the choir. Let's go. We watch you also religiously on the TV. See, there they are. Welcome in. How are you? Joining for the Sunday? Well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you, fam. I was going to say, I know that name. Missed the old Faz low key? How old? Axis, thank you for the 21 months. Come on, Rock. Did you get a loud heartbeat when you were right next to the ghost in the room? The ghost never had line of sight of me. At no point. I can deal with all the jankiness in the world. Remove Sunny and I'm out. And Sunny Meadows was a great step forward. I love Sunny Meadows. I think it's great. You did have an event. Oh, you're right. I did have an event. It was really fast. Oh, that's right. It did event on me in the room. Who misses 9 salt photos? No. No, that was very cheesy. We all did it, but it's just, nah. I hope for a rundown. Super ritzy hotel. I think like a motel would be super cool. I don't know if we're going to get any evidence from this stinky. I might have to go hide inside that wing to try to get something to happen. Tell you, it's not giving us any evidence, that's for sure. I think a hotel would be too much. I think a motel could work. All right. I'm leaving that in front of the chapel. Jesus. The new journal trick. Faster? No, it's normal speed. That's normal for sure. All right. Give. I don't know if it's in here or not. Fuck it. Oh shit. Oh shit. You know what? Let's be safe. Better safe than sorry. If I missed it, well, that sucks. Okay. I think I did hit it. I think it's in here. Where are you? Nothing. Possible freezing? Oh my god. If you show me dots, I'm gonna yell at Millsy. Touch the door or something, stupid. Hello? Can you touch Nanor? Hello? Okay, you love this thing. What the... Ghosty, please. Test for a wraith. Okay. I'll get right on that. Steal the bag. I should have stolen the bag. You're right. F this guy. F this guy. I need more stuff to check for a UV. Look, I'm standing on top of like stepped in salt. I'm being asked to test for a wraith. Oh, you're helping someone. Oh, they were asking how to test for a wraith? Oh, okay, that's fine. But never mind. I take back what I said. New map, hospital or dentist? Dentist? I mean, you can get a bowl of teeth in the basement of Sunny Meadows. I think that's close enough. Come on, man. They asked what salt does. Ah, thank you, Mr. Flops. Thank you. I appreciate you responding. Someone asked about the... Oh, okay. Should have spirit tested. I already have. I actually... Did I time that right? If I did spirit test, my timer's going right now. No, give me this. We need another salt. I think I have a timer going. Like, I think it's correct. I think it's a timer for the spirit. That over there. If it is a spirit and I did set that up correctly, it should start hunting in the next like 15 seconds. No, you're okay. I wasn't sure if I actually set that up, so if I did it right or not. It's always possible that I didn't click the timer when I should have. But this one, I think I might have. We'll find out here in a second. Or it's being lazy bones. Maybe lazy bones? Door's still open. Real funny. Hot shot. Real funny. What if they make a ghost that you can only see with UV? Oh my god. That'd be kind of cool though. Timer's been done for ages. I don't know what's happening. I haven't done an official test for UV. It's just when I was in there, it stepped in the salt, but it never stepped again. Don't want to trap ourselves. Super smudge? Yeah. Yeah, keep throwing the book, you jerk. Is that laugh ghost specific? No, it's just a random noise from the ghost. Nope. No. Need a male only ghost? That would be cool. I don't know what ghost they would do. I guess I would need to dive into some ghosty lore. It's the worst that can happen. You die? Well, yeah. What is my sanity right now, dude? 0, basically. Okay. Hi, caramba. Did like a male berserker ghost? Or like the Juggernaut? His death's... That was such a ginger little shut. Aw. That was so cute. You know, it's really interesting that that whisper was not where the ghost was. That was very interesting. You don't want to come all the way down here, do you? Oh, come on. You were so close. It did touch the door, though. I did hear that. I don't know what door. Oh my god, dude. What the... It's gonna start hunting again with me in here. Oh, shit. Ghosty. Is this no evidence? No, there's supposed to be at least one. That was next door, wasn't it? That son of a bitch. I'm dead. Phew. Holy hell. It just left another one. It literally just left the same handprint twice. This mother effer, dude. Wow. After all that. Why did it wait so long to hunt? After all that, it's like 15 years later. All right, I guess I'll try. It waited like 5 minutes to hunt. Why? Ghost gave you a present for surviving. Watch it. If it's a mimic, do you know how funny it would be? Okay, we're just, yeah. Yeah. All right, let's lock it up. You lock it up. Oh my God. Wow, dude. All right. I kept trying to check for UV. It wouldn't do anything. Wow.
Prepared some jobs for you.
Yeah, if it was a mimic, that'd be really mean. Because I looked for orbs. I looked for orbs in the hallway, in the rooms, nothing. Wow. Well then. Let us resolve the Obake, shall we? All right, bake that cake. 32. 31 of you said spirit because we thought it waited so effing long that it's got to be a spirit. Apparently not. Man, I'll tell you, the ghosties have definitely been interesting. We'll just say interesting. We did ask for non-dots. I guess so. Damn, dude. All right, who's winning right now? My God. Are you still winning? Jesus. Beesh, Fen, Ari Dawn, top 3 right now. My God, you're still in the lead after all this. Good Lord. Siraj, thank you for the 42. You're still in the lead. It is still you, friend. Hardest day so far. Man, the ghosts have just been buttholes. Craziness. Where are we going? We'll see how many more we have. It's almost 4 o'clock, so we'll see. I don't know. But where do you want to go? Oh, it's me. It's on my alt. Good Lord, dude. Need evidence collection as a feature? Like instead of taking ghostwriting pictures, you just rip off the side and clip it in your journal? I guess so. I don't know how that would change the game really, though. Bleasdale. Let's do it. I like the choices of maps. They've been good. A nice little change of pace. Hope for a blood moon just for the hell of it? I don't know. Let's see.
All right, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation.
All right, guessing is open.
Whoever was here must
After about 60 seconds, I will turn around. We'll see what the name of the ghostie is, and then we will go into the map. But if you want to go ahead and do a random guess, now's the perfect time. Yeah, for today we decided to do that the person who's winning can choose the maps. Normally I would either do like random map or something, but someone suggested it, so I thought, yeah, why not? That's fine. Fine by me. What are people guessing right now? Let's see what we got. Could have guessed my favorite. We haven't had it yet. Not yet. Getting all kinds of ghosties. All of them. Josh, thank you for the follow, by the way. Siraj, hope you're having a good one, dude. Good to see you. Steph, thank you for the biddies. The difficulty, it's an insanity difficulty, but I give myself the activity board, the sanity monitor, and a cursed possession. All right, 60 seconds is up. 60 is up, so let's go. Want to pull to or a mimic? I don't know. Daniel, oh my God. Like every single one of these has also been, at least the past have been male ghosts. No Banshee, no dying. Okay. Anything happening over here? No Orbeez? No? Okay. Living life. Football is going well. It is going well, friend. Thank you. Tis going well. I'm going to bring in this. Oh, it's pretty outside. What a sausage fest today. All right, let's go. Guessing is open the entire match, friends. Look at it. Would you look at it? The entire match. All right, can I actually hide here? Nope, it's a fake. Yeah, not real. Fake. You think you can hide there? No, you can't. It's broked. Careful, we got wolves in these parts. Yeah, I tried to hide there before and died. Me and Doc, both of us did. Yep. Shit, it's upstairs. Got coyotes out there, that's right. Jesus Christ, that was loud. Wow, that's upstairs. Okay. Holy shit, burgers. I'm guessing that's Master over there. Friend. That's Lilith, for anybody that hasn't seen Lilith before. Their friend. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Not super cold yet. Burn her, Millsy. Oh, okay. It's cold enough, though. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, bud. Millsy, how dare you? Was that next to me? What the hell? Question, if you're hiding from a Cormos in an official hiding spot, can the ghost hear you and kill you? I mean, if you're talking and the ghost can hear you. Like, if it's a Cormos, I don't know if you're confusing the two ghosts or if you're just asking if the blind ghost can see you if you're talking in a hiding spot, because it can. I just threw my lighter. Didn't mean to do that. Give it back. Thank you. Hey, you know what? We don't by chance have any letters here. Hold on. I didn't mean to grab this shit. Josie, hold on. I'll get you in a second. We don't by chance. Are they? Why are these all the same letter? We just got a letter. It is the same shit. Is it like Harry Potter where like they're not accepting the one when they're supposed to? Yeah, please Dale. Please Dale. Please Dale. I thought those were different. I swear I thought they were. No. No, okay. The little teaser that we got the other day, I was just curious if any of the letters were here that looked basically like that. All right, this is my dog Josie. We save her every time. My favorite newspaper, the Hantu Herald. All right. God, I wish that they would fix the plates so that they weren't like this. When I hold her sideways so I can't throw. That's good enough. Josie acquired. We got little Miss Joe. She's upstairs, probably asleep on the back of the couch as we speak. Because that's what she does. All right, let's go. The fact that Bleasdale is in Hamilton, Ontario, it's so pretty. Is proof the devs have never been to Hamilton, Ontario. What ghosts are new since the Galoo? Well, since the Galoo, we had the Oswong and the Obambo. Right? How old is she? She's 5. It's cold in here. Oh, the Cormos. Oh, yeah, the Cormos. Duh. Duh. I hear you. Relax your shit. We'll come back to you. All right, let's go get more evidence. Onward. Silly blue cat. Thank you for the 30 months. So the Cormos is blind, as you just mentioned, right? Correct. What is the so the Oswong, what that one does, or something that makes it a little bit different, is that it gains line of sight speed twice as fast as the other ghosts. All right, let's get this, and did I place the cruci in the room in there? Interesting. Where did I leave it here? You did. What the? Where did I put it? I'm losing it. Where are you? Oh, it's not hunting. Oh, you bitch. That sounded like it was starting to hunt. Where are you? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Where are you? No freezing. Not yet, anyway. I'm going to keep this smudge on me just in case. You never know. We'll drop this at the door and we'll get more stuff. Okay. As of right now, no idea. No clue. It's given us zero information. It did burst the lights once, which, I mean, that is technically, that is information. What a child-only ghost, loves events, pranks, chases you all over the map, hides your equipment, but will not hunt you unless you anger it by smudging. I think a ghost that trolls you could be kind of funny. I think a ghost that is able to move your equipment, I think, could be kind of cool. Josie's watching for dots? Yep. She's our little dots watcher. Would you like the addition of mods with the Unity engine update? No. They're not ready for that. No. At some point, I would love for them to add modding to the game or allow it, but as of right now, no. All right. I don't have EMF or UV in there. We're falling apart. The whole game is a troll at the moment. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Being able to test for the ghosties without a bunch of bugs is going to be pretty sweet. See, there's going to be a lot of issues when people are able to mod, though. You have to understand that. What the fuck? What am I doing with the salt? What? That just looks so weird. That was okay. Very strange. Why are you trying to set it on fire? I don't know. But it looked like I was holding the lid. Like, it looked like I was holding the lid of it. I don't know. That was weird. Would you shut up, please? Thanks. Did it bug into the smudge animation? That's what it looked like. Oh, maybe we're grinding our own fresh salt. That makes more sense. It's making a poopy. Fiver. There we go. Evidence. Evidence. Okay. New ghosties. Holy jibbity. Stay away from me. No. You know what? No, do it, idiot. Just don't kill me. Please and thank you. Yeah. Not a Goryo. We don't have any Doots. We don't have Spirit Box. We don't have any of that other jazz, but it doesn't matter. It also, did it walk in salt? I don't know if it did. We've had a light burst event. We've had the chasing event. And the chasing event, it was translucent. It was not a fully manifested ghost model. Still could be these. It's not going to be an Obake because we don't have UV. I mean, it's kind of doing stuff with me in the room, but kind of not really. I don't know. It's hard to say. If it started venting in the other room, then it would be okay. No salt lock yet. I'll go back and check. Let's bring another smudge and the cruci and... Yeah. Here, let's get another one of these. April Fool's idea, add most of the bugs that have ever been. Just leave the game as is then. Do I only do insanity? No. 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 Is this your first time here? By chance? You dare kill me. Hello, hello. What? Did you say of slime?
And a weird...
You're a weird squishy. Love you. Hold on, sorry. What? Where you going? Where are you going? I can't hear you. Oh, no, not right now. We said we'll do it tomorrow. Oh. Okay. Love you. All right, I'll let you know, Toots. She has slime. The timing. They just got home. She's adorable. She's a little cutie patootie. And she's very well aware of it. All right, so we know we have EMF 5. I wasn't really paying attention. It walked in the salt. Okay. Normal speed, yes. Yeah, the water's running. Hold on. Okay, that didn't get rid of it. It's normie, though. Pretty sure that it's been normal speed the entire time. I think so. Shush. Had a question about starting as a new streamer? No, feel free to ask. No, asking general questions about streaming, like good methods or good whatever, it's never a bad thing. Maybe it'll come downstairs. Oh, hello. We got a Ouija board. Ghosty. Oh, it's hunting. Is Myling on the list? Here, I'll play you a song. Oh, he killed me through when I was playing the piano, that son of a bitch. By the way, I think it's a Myling. I think it's a Myling for anybody curious. I was trying to play him a song. That motherfucker.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
It was very, very quiet. All right, let's close. I'm gonna lock the guessing. I'm gonna lock it up. It's locked. That son of a bitch. The curse of the piano. It continues. I should have known better. It's my own fault. I did this to myself. I thought I was immune. I know. Doc wasn't here to warn me. I was cursed. Son of a bitch. All right. Well, overall, I mean, okay, a lot of people started to get it there, which is very fair. Let's resolve the Myling. Let's see, where are we at? All right. And with that, Just Saying a Beesh is number 1. Fen is number 2, and Ari Dawn is number 3. That's a big old G freaking G's, friends. That's a big old G's and cheese. Ads are about to start. Heads up. Ads are about to start. Just a heads up. All right. Ads are playing. Let's go back over here. Oh, boy. The ghosties today were interesting, to say the least. But Siren, thank you for the follow. Chris, welcome in. Cookie, Hate, welcome in. Hello. How's Kiddo enjoying camp? We wouldn't know. That little jerk face has it. Well, he either hasn't sent us a letter or we just haven't gotten it. Yeah, my wife is really good about sending him memes. So we've already written him like 3 or 4 letters just for him to have something to open up. Yeah. Gotta hit the road. You're good, King. ONZ, thank you for the 13 months. Am I going to make that a short? Maybe. I don't know. Possibly. What I could do is I could always have me playing the piano and then cut to me warning Doc about it and then cut back. Oh, I can still taste it. Which goes to I hate. Right now, there's a lot. Overall, I've always kind of never been the biggest fan of like Urays. I feel like Urays aren't strong enough, as in their ability is not enough. Because all ghosts can do that door slam now. So like, how the hell do you tell the difference if you can't see your sanity? You really can't. Outside of like it shutting an exterior door. That's really it. Oh, it feels like a record scratch moment. Yeah. Probably wondering how I got here. Yeah. Solar System, welcome in. How are you? They aren't special anymore. No. No, I've recommended it or I've suggested like 500 times. The Uray ability should like rock the house. That thing should be noticeable. I had a Uray half close the door yesterday with nothing to block it from closing fully. And you wonder why we hate Urays. Yeah, the only thing that makes a Uray nice is if you're near an outside door. Yep. Because then it can shut that door and you're like, okay, I know what this is. Or you get screwed because you think it shut the outside door, but really you were just so close, it tried to hunt you when you were outside, and then you think it's a Uray. Yep. Yep. Vocaloid, thank you for the 13 months. Haven't played for like 6 months. So much has changed. Oh, just wait until the update next month, man. The update on July 21st is going to fix a lot of problems. A lot. And add Willow at the same time. Yep. He was waiting his turn on the piano. Oh, I was being a jerk. I was taking too long. Yeah, that makes sense. Or a 1-frame event that closes the door. Right. Yep. How much is it going to break? I'm hoping that they are working on it on a closed branch where they literally do a switch, an on switch, and everything that they've been working on that they've tested very thoroughly happens. So, 'tis the hope. What do I think about the Willow change? I'm excited. I can't wait. Possible new Willow badge, right? Right. What is the best way to level up in Phasmo? Oh, how to level up fast in Phasmo. Play the highest level difficulty that you possibly can as fast as you possibly can. Yep. What are some things that make people lose interest in watching? Because I feel like I say or do things that make people bored. And I was wondering if you know, well, so what brought you to the conclusion that you think you're making people bored? Imagine if the Ure could break the door. Dude, how awesome. You come back and the door is like cracked down the middle of it. How cool would that be? Yeah, Willow's getting changed. That's coming soon. Edgefield is getting changed this year as well, I think in December. And then next year, we're probably getting Ridgeview. So I don't know when, maybe like early 2027, maybe. And then we're also getting the new map in 2027 as well. So matter of time. I'd say we're going to chat here for a little bit, not for long, but I think that was going to be the last game for ghost guessing. So that means if we take a look at our leaderboard one more time, just so you guys can know who won. Just saying, Abish. You have been on top the entire day. Well deserved. You've been on top the entire day. You are the Guess the Ghost champion of June. I'm going to send you the link for the sticker. I'm going to give you the link and I'm going to give you the role in Discord. All the stuff. Yeah. GG's, dude. And then we have another one next month. So I don't know. We'll pick a day next month and we'll do another ghost guessing day. I can only seem to keep people for a couple minutes before they scroll. What do you normally stream? Because streaming in general is always like that. Streaming in general is just a never-ending cycle of people walking in the door and leaving. It's what happens. It happens all the time. All right, let's go over here and we'll chat. Stream Faz. Do you stream anything else?
Welcome back.
Ah, yeah. No. How long have you been streaming? Cool if the Uri had an ability like the Pulte had a chance to open or close all the doors in the house. That would be cool. Right. It doesn't have to be something that's like a guarantee. It doesn't have to be like that. We're just saying it's just, by chance. I don't know. Since April. Okay. So you've literally only been streaming for 2 months. That's it. Streams are kind of like shops of entertainment. A lot of people window shopping. Right. You might not be in the mood to watch what that person is. You might like the creator. You just might not be in the mood to watch what they're doing. And that's okay. There are zero problems with that. I might be playing Faz and someone's like, you know what? I'm just not in the mood for Faz today. I kind of want to see something else. And then they will go find another stream that someone's playing something else. That's fine. All the kitchen cabinets. Kind of like the other side event. The other side event where like all the doors in the kitchen just go flying open. Kind of like that would be cool. Thank you, little sis. We're at the tail, Rev. Yeah. We're at the tail. All right. Actually, you know what? I'm going to write down your name, friend. I've already got you copied. I'm going to write down your name for the sticker. After stream, I'll send it to you. And then I'll make sure to get you the special role in Discord as well. Okay. Groovy. All right. We're going to keep talking on Twitch. I'm not ending just yet, but we are going to end it on Tubes and Kicks. Okay. So if you're over there, thank you guys so much. We're going to keep chatting on Twitch for just a little bit, and then we'll go find someone to raid into. It is past 4 o'clock, at least a bit, but we're fine for now. So many phantoms in here. Sometimes I struggle between, should I watch it? No, you're good. Listen, never feel bad for who you choose to watch. Never, ever feel bad. You watch who you want to watch. Who do you think is the best Phasmo player streamer? I don't think there is one. I tell you this, I think the best Phas player is not a streamer. There's no shot. I guarantee that the best Phasmo player is not a streamer. And then we have to say, okay, what would be the best? Because it's not a competitive game. But I would guarantee that they're not a streamer. I reached 9 views at a time yesterday. I don't know. Is that good or bad? Do you think it's good or bad? It's not about what other people think, man. It's about what you think. Yeah. If you think having 2 viewers is good, then that's good. If you think that it's bad, then what do you think you could do to improve? It's about perspective, and it's about your perspective. If you think that you are succeeding when you have X number of viewers, or maybe you don't count the viewers, maybe you count it Monetarily, I don't know. It just depends on who you are. Millsy's the best. Sorry, Millsy's the best. But it's all about you and your goals, man. What are your goals? What desk and chair do you use as part of your setup? I have had the same oh my god, what brand is this? Oh yeah, Uplift. I've had an Uplift desk for years, and then my chair is a Logitech. Josie's the best at Phas, and we all know that. I mean, her face is in the game. She- Hey, Night Raptor, good to see you, friend. How are you? If I could add new equipment, what would I choose? No idea. There's so much already in the game. I want bug fixes. Finger's looking red. No, it is. I jammed it. My finger is red. It's because I jammed it the other day. The best at dying in Phas is Doc? No, you don't say that. You want to reach 10,000 followers before you graduate high school. I'd say that's a cool goal. I mean, it's definitely good to have achievable goals as well. Not necessarily saying like, well, I want to get 1 follower, but having things that you can set as goals that are achievable, it gives you the drive to want to go for it, right? If you feel like, do you think that you can reach 10,000 followers before you graduate? That's the question. I'd get my mom as a follower. Do it. You should tell your family you stream. That's extra viewers. And not to mention, if they're really active and they chat, then it gives you someone to talk to while you stream. That's a fantastic way to do it. Got back in the past couple of months, and your content has helped me understand the ghosts more. That's awesome, Bob. I appreciate you being here, friend. I appreciate you. Hey, your mom subscribe to your YouTube. Let's go. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Who's the ghost in the lobby area? That is patient 07. Back from lunch, waiting for the sun to stop trying to kill us for a couple of hours, and then trying to swap out my sway bar links in the truck. Ah, good luck. Good luck. Give yourself some shade, man. Do you have like a tent you can put up above the... Depends how I adapt to talking to chat and talking a bunch of different things and topics. Are you saying like, depending how you do that, you can get to 10,000 followers or something different? What do you mean? Try to be a good streamer. People watch me less. Now that I just do whatever the hell I want to do, people like watching me more. Trial and error, man. It's not the same recipe for everybody. It's going to be different. One size does not fit all. It's not how it works. How to make family members accounts so they could watch the stuff. Let's go. And if they watch, that's awesome. I watch people that have their family members watching them all the time. It's great. Are you happy with how many viewers you have? I'm happy that I have any viewers. Yeah. My perspective changed some years ago about content and streaming and viewership, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube or wherever you name it. It's always been this mentality of appreciating those that are showing up and stop worrying about the people that are not there. Because if you worry about the people that are not here, you keep asking yourself what you're doing wrong. But if you appreciate the people that are there with you now and you talk to them like you appreciate them and you actually do appreciate them, it just is a better mentality to have. And it's just a way more enjoyable experience. But you can see people that don't think that way because they're just a sourpuss the entire time they stream. They're pissed off because they think that something's going wrong and they don't know what to do, how to change it around, when having 10 viewers is an amazing thing. Were you winning? I died in the last game, Chinggis. Hey, JD, what's up? I was playing the piano, Chinggis, for the ghost. I was playing it some tunes and it murdered me. In cold and hot blood, both. That son of a bitch. Makes you more in the moment with the ones that are there too. Correct. Correct. Not deaded. Yeah, did it. Man, the ghosties though, the ones I was getting today, it was like I was getting the same type of evidence over and over again. Then finally it started to shift. We couldn't figure out what a ghost was till the last second that I saw the effing Obake handprint. Ghosties were weird today. Yeah. Had no viewers chatting, but 2 in the chat. I was happy. There you go. Perspective. Perspective. When I started streaming, and I will always remember it, I started streaming and I had a goal in mind. I want to get to 5 viewers. It took me a while. I had no help. I didn't know what to do. I just started streaming to try it. I didn't have any friends in streams or anything like that. I just went live And then it wasn't until later that I started posting content on other platforms. FlashForce 4,000 days. Yep. Yep. I think having 5 usual viewers is better than having 50 randoms. It's not about having 5 usuals or 50 randoms to me. I think it's a matter of it's better to have a lower viewer count with a way more interactive chat than it is to have a shit ton of viewers, but nobody is talking. You're going to enjoy streaming a lot more if you find the people that are willing to have conversation, for sure. Rocket League OG. I know, and the music's here to prove it, Mr. Chingus. Mr. Chingus, I can't wait till we can play some more freaking Match Chameleon, man. I just keep wanting to play that. When do I play Rocket League again? I play for 1 hour every year, and we do it on my partnerversary. Manage a big chat very well. It's practice. The more you do it, the better you get. It's practice. But you also might not be playing a game that makes it easier for you to talk to chat. Do you know what I mean? You might be playing a really intensive game. The best thing you can do at that point is just be talking. If you can't be looking at chat and playing, talking, saying what's happening. You know what I mean? Need your butt kicked in some more on Mecha? I mean, that's fine. Listen, I will get my butt kicked. I don't care. Was I good at Rocket League? I was mediocre. I was very mediocre. And I was okay with it. I just was having fun, man. I'd rather have 20 people watch and interact, being great people, and be great people than 10K people being toxic. And we all know that. Yeah, we all know that. I know some streamers that have thousands of viewers that have extremely active chats, but they're really good at interacting. Really, really good about it. You can't expect them to read every message. They will never do it. They can't do it. It's just not possible. It's not feasible. But they still do a really great job at interacting and grabbing messages and talking to people. Love it. Hi, Sean. Like helping people learn, so I'm hoping that maybe someday asking me for advice. Well, I mean, if that's the road you want to go down and you want to try to teach people and you're trying to teach people about Phas, then that's what your stream should be focused on. You should be talking about what you're doing and why you're doing what you're doing. Queso, prime example. There's many reasons why that man is successful and he does what he does, right? Or he is as good as he is at what he does. Because he is genuine, he's funny, he interacts with chat, plays great games. He stays out of drama. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care. Why would he care? There's no need for it. So that's why. It's cool seeing big streamers remembering chatters when they have thousands upon thousands. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And they're really, really good at it, man. Practice. Practice. Do you see a big change in numbers when you're not playing Phas? Oh, yeah. Anybody that has a regular game, if they're not playing that regular game, and that's a game they play all the time, they're going to see a change. But I don't worry about it. I haven't had my viewer count on for years. At least a couple of years. Because I don't want to know. I don't care. Like in the moment, I don't care. I obviously care. I obviously don't want to be like, I don't want to just drop off the face of the earth. But at the same time, I don't let it affect the way I stream. But there are some people that like it. Some people want to know if I switch over to this game or if I'm doing something on stream that people don't like, I kind of want that immediate feedback to tell me, oh, I'm watching my viewer count drop. What did I just do? Oh, I open mouth sneezed into the microphone. I won't do that anymore. Yeah. Have I played with Queso? No, I have not. I watched, but I imagine he's a great streamer. Oh, Doc? Oh, yeah, Doc's wonderful. All Midnight Society is. 100% no Phaslo viewers, but it only breaks my heart after stream. It only breaks the heart after stream. Yeah. Because you don't even think about it. If chat is still interactive, you don't think about how many viewers there are. You really don't. Would I like to play with them? Oh, playing with Queso would probably be effing awesome. But I'm definitely not anywhere near that level, so I would never even think to ask. Have you open mouth sneezed in the microphone, and how did that affect viewership? I have not, but you know what? Anything can happen. Anything can happen. I feel like streaming is such a chill job because you get paid to play games. But it's not like, I don't know. How do I describe it? Streaming is a really amazing experience, and getting paid to do it is fucking awesome and amazing at the same time, right? But it's definitely, it's not easy. It's something you have to work at. You have to manage multiple platforms. You have to post everywhere. You might be paying for an editor. You might be doing it all yourself. I do all of it myself. But if you're doing comparison, like apples that, like if you're saying like 9 to 5 job compared to streaming, I'm definitely going to say to me, a 9 to 5 is harder than streaming for sure. I find that putting my mouth on the microphone increases engagement. See, Chinkus found a way. It's not open mouth sneezing, they're mouth hugs. But streaming, oh, absolutely. If you stream for 8 hours straight, mentality takes a hit. Like your mentality. Mentally, you take a hit. So, yeah. But I love it, man. Like I've said it before, I don't get tired of it. I don't burn out. I don't think I'm doing too much. I want to do more. I honestly want to do more. It's exhausting being constantly engaged. When you're talking the entire time, it does drain you for sure. But you just got to find it in you, man. I love that I can hear that exact mouth hugs from reading it. Oh my God. Do you need a lie down after streams? Nope. Nope. I mean, usually when I'm done streams during the week, it's after midnight, so I'm going to bed anyway. But I normally don't go straight to sleep. Like I'll end stream and then I'll go download my VOD, and then I might edit that time, or I might just kind of chill for a little bit and flip through TikTok or watch YouTube videos for a little bit before I go to bed. Sundays, no, I can't do that. I got 3 kids, man. I can't be going off and just taking naps. I like doing late night streams because after one, I'm so exhausted, I want to go to sleep. There you go. Do you think Outbreak is worth getting in its current state? Oh, yeah. Outbreak is great. Wonderful game. Wonderful. We love it. Especially if you can get it with friends, like if you can find a group of friends to play with, fantastic. You just got to have fun with it, man. Like Baron, he'll just drive all of his friends into tornadoes. Do you do much gaming without it being for streams or videos? It just depends. I do have times where friends will ask to play games and I'm not streaming and I'll just play without actually doing that. But then I also play games with the kiddos. Bastard. What time is it for me? It is 4:39 p.m. Do you use those glasses to block out the blue light from the screen? Because I feel like your stream is kind of necessary. It helps, but I'm also prone to migraines and headaches, so I try to do it anyway. But I wear these glasses every day. They're not just for stream. Baron finds a way to kill his friends no matter what the game. Factuals. I'm in the middle of the Midwest. Outbreak is a little too close to home. Oh man. A little bit too familiar. What is Outbreak? Storm chaser game. You're literally chasing tornadoes. Yep, you read actual maps. So the way that the storms generate in the game, they generate as if it's an actual storm. So you can actually follow it using different types of maps to figure out where they're going to show up, spawn. I'm sure he also creates a lot of the background fun as well. Guessing, emotes, reward. Well, it depends on who you are, who you know, what you find out. Like I'm not an artist. I can't make emotes. So I will always hire someone to do that. One of our friends, the friendly, lovely, amazing Phoenix does a lot of emotes for me, or a lot of merch stuff as well. They are fantastic. They are wonderful. Phoenix is amazing. Has made me a lot of stupid stuff. Has never said no. I'll probably go to them at some point for more stuff here soon because I have ideas. But I accept the fact that I can't do everything. I can't, and I'm not going to try. If I do, it would be for the memes. But outside of that, yeah. How long have I been streaming? This year will be my 6th partner anniversary. Yeah. 6th, right? Something like that. See you, Rev. Have a good one, man. Choose a job you love and you'll never work a day in your life. Yeah, I mean, it's true. It really is. If you can get paid to do the thing that you enjoy doing, couldn't ask for anything more. Thanks for taking the time to talk. Of course, man. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to talk. That's why I'm here. If I didn't want to talk, I wouldn't stream. In my personal opinion. All right. Friends, let us now go find someone to say hi to. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you sticking around to chat. I am always down to chat, man. If I'm in the middle of a game, I might not be answering as much stuff because maybe it's not relative to the situation or the time. So I might answer it later, but especially like this, it's kind of open-ended, you know? It's easy when you have the viewers, though. When I was doing content consistently, 25 on average was awesome. I stopped, though. Starting from 0, though, sucks. It does suck. It does suck. And when you have no one to talk to, it really sucks to talk to yourself. But, however, it's what you got to do, man. Also, posting on other platforms is really important. If you are just streaming on Twitch, you don't have viewers, and you're wondering why you're not growing on stream, I'll tell you right now, that's why you're not growing on stream. Because you don't know the right people, but also, like, if you know the right person, if you know somebody that has a lot of viewership and they basically, you're really great friends with them, and then all of a sudden they talk about you a lot in your streams, that's ways that some people grow, but the odds of that is really low. But really, it's posting to other platforms. Short form content, long form content, whatever you got to do, you've got to post. If you don't post, how are people supposed to know you? Let your online buddies know you're streaming. Yeah. Yep. I grew my other TikTok. I grew that to over 300,000 followers. The one that I have currently over 100. Like, it's you have to do what you got to do what you got to do, man. Got to do what you got to do. That last TikTok I posted of the Mecha Chameleon is doing well too. I'm down. We're 3 years in escape room. I would probably work there more if they were paying more, because it's a very fun job, but minimum pay, sadly. That sucks. That does suck. That'd be great if you could kind of work your way up the chain. Why the 2? So the reason I created a second one is because I really felt like the algorithm was shitting on me with the first one, because I switched. I did a 100% shift from Rocket League to horror. I did nothing but Rocket League, and then I went boop and switched over, started doing horror. And the algorithm's like, I don't know where to send your people. I don't know where to send this. I don't know where to send the video, because I'm so used to this content. I don't know what to do with this. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start another one. And for me, it worked. Yeah. Although ironically enough, one of the most viewed videos that I've ever made is on the other account, and it's Phasmo. Funny enough. Would you recommend paying to promote? Not at the start. Maybe down the road, not at the beginning. You need to have something for people to see. How long have you been a streamer? Like 6 years, a little over 6 probably. But yeah, the one that I have on the other account has over like 19 million views. Yeah. And it was a Phasmo one. It was just, I took a meme and I made it Phasmo related. Those, I enjoy making those clips. I really do. Okay. Well, friends, let's go say hi to somebody. Let me stop raids, make sure nobody else is coming in. There we go. It's been stolen at least 10 times. Whatever. I don't even care at this point. That's fine. Phantom, thank you for the biddies. During the workday, I have your always on Twitch account as a background noise. Hey, let's go. I appreciate you. You know what? I'm going to take you guys over there. That way I don't have to think. If you've not seen it, I'm going to download some new videos, by the way. I'm going to download my latest VODs, and I'm going to add them and back into the rotation. So that way there's newer stuff in there as well. We have some, I'd say newer stuff, but like not the past few streams. So I'll download them. Wait. What's up, Mr. Chingus? What are you waiting me for? What are you waiting me for? Oh, for that. Thank you for the 52 months, sir. Oh, and you get to gamble over on that channel as well. I didn't realize that lapsed. Thank you for the 52 months, man. It's wild. It is absolutely crazy sauce that it has been that long. Absolutely crazy. Love you, homie. I appreciate you. Mr. Chingus, if you guys don't know him, what the hell? You obviously don't watch me very much. But I'm sure we'll be gaming here soon, whether it's tomorrow or some other time. I don't know. All right. Let's do the stuff, friends. All right. The Discord link is in chat. The rest of the socials, if you want to follow Mr. Chingus, you should be able to do it very easily by clicking that heart at the top of your chat. Thank you guys so much for chatting and hanging out with me. We're going to go say hi to Mr. Me. I don't know what to do for this. We have like one more stream for the month. So I don't know whether to do an extension or we just leave it, what it is. But we do have a Mecha Chameleon night to plan. So that will happen in July. When am I going to stream Faz again? Tomorrow. I have the weekly to do. So we'll do the Phasmo weekly first thing on stream right after my daughter gets to pie me in the face. So we'll do that first. And then, yeah, after the pie, then we'll do Phasmo. Yeah. All right. If you want to use a raid message, please feel free. Don't have to. Please don't feel like you need to. But follower is there. Sub is the second message. If you're a creepy tier 3, that's for you. We're going to go into my 24/7 channel so you guys can follow it. If you already don't know it, for me personally, the reason it exists is because I love just having streams open. And I remember people asking or suggesting like, hey, maybe you should try to get something like that. So that way it just kind of rolls nonstop and you don't have to like click through YouTube videos. So that's why it all began. Yeah. Oh, she's super excited to pie me in the face for sure. I don't know if she'll be gentle about it or not. I don't really know, but I guess we'll find out. All right, friends. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow for funds, for Phasmo after the weekly. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Beesh, I'm going to make sure to send you this, friend. I'm going to make sure to send you your sticker. You're definitely going to get it. I'll send you that link today, and then I'll get you the role in Discord today as well. But you guys are awesome. I love you all. Thank you guys so much for everything for this month. I know I was gone for like a week with the family, but you guys are still amazing. Always, whether I'm here or not. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching the videos. Thank you for watching the streams. Thank you for always being here. You guys are awesome. I will see you tomorrow for more fun. Goodbye.